anyways. And it's so damn like maybe the vibration you could feel.
So,
I don't know.
dude, I don't know, man. That's just that's crazy.
Yeah, you have to get really complacent for something like that, you know. This picture's like
If you
tiny little
fall off
photo.
one of them ships, you're done, right?
Oh yeah. If
There's
nobody
no way
sees
that
you,
like
if
even if
nobody
someone
sees
sees
you,
you,
if you're a strong swimmer and you don't get caught in the because what happens like if you fall off like the bow, you go down, chances are like you're gonna get pulled into the props. Like you're gonna get pulled underwater, you're gonna go along the hull, you're gonna be bouncing off it and just shot right through the props, you know? But
that's
if you
what I
fell
that's
off
what I
the back and you didn't hit the props and you didn't drown, like you managed to come back up, yeah, you'd be I mean, if nobody noticed, you're done because there's no way you're going to signal anybody, and radar's not going to pick you up. But if somebody saw it and they're like, man overboard, yeah, there's a chance. As long as you don't get torn up by the prop.
that's what I was on the currents.
When I was 20, I knew this kid. He's like my age, I think, too. Or maybe he's like 2 years older. But he had I think he joined the Army when he was 18, or joined the Navy when he was 18. Served in a Gulf in the Gulf War or something around that time, and he was serving on a carrier, and his name called they call him Shakes. He says like, "Hi, what's going on? My name is Shakes." But he saw his friend go into a intake of a F-15 some I don't know,
Oh,
some
he
kind
got
of
pulled in.
yeah, and then he was like that ever since.
Oh, it's sad.
Good guy.
Dude,
though.
that happens. How's that happen so much, bro? You think that they were trained for that, and I'm sure
Because
they
they're
do.
invisible.
Because
Yeah, I mean,
people don't use
realistic.
vacuum cleaners when they're you know what I mean anymore. People really, especially if they're in the army, they use vacuums. They don't know
Yeah.
about vacuum force.
Wait, what?
It is crazy.
He got
He's
stuck
being
I'm
into
trying
a
to make a
jet. You
joke.
said, right? Oh yeah.
That would suck. That's like how that dude. That's how
How many
fucking.
puns you gonna go with?
I'm about to make a Die Hard 2 reference here, but you guys probably won't recall that movie. Anyway, sorry. Carry on. I'm gonna get some coffee.
He's on a roll with the puns. But yeah,
I mean,
it's like kind of invisible, right? Like the jets when they're lit up. You know, when the engines are going, that shit's invisible. All you gotta do is walk too close.
If you can hear that shit, it's a jet engine, dude.
No, you can't hear
Running.
shit when you're on the flight deck. Nah, you put in earplugs and then you put on the ear muffs. If you're smart, anyways. And it's so damn like maybe the vibration you could feel.
So,
I don't know.
dude, I don't know, man. That's just that's crazy.
Yeah, you have to get really complacent for something like that, you know? It's like, I mean, you should be like that protocol, the routine should be so ingrained into you from doing the same thing over and over and over. I mean, I don't know.
Bro,
You go out a couple nights in a row drinking, bro, you're gonna be in rough shape, you know?
I don't even know if I should talk about it, but yeah, I had a
so
rifle.
then the idea is that like you two guys go meet Q-Op, right?
Oh, and dude, the rate Q-Op pissed me off today.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's 2-on-1, 2-on-1. He's gonna like that idea. You know what I mean? So he'll probably say, "Yeah." I just think it could be a fun. It could be a fun afternoon.
No, everything he yeah.
Oh, after last night, dude.
seconds.
After last night, if people still fuck with Q-Op, you need to get your fucking head checked.
Nah, Q-Op's fucking annoying.
So many times I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, you know, stick up for him. Like, no, he means well. He's just like little, you know, paranoid. It's like, dude, no. It's like all it comes down to if I don't agree with him, he's gonna come at me because I don't want to pander to his fucking, you know, go over his server and shit like that.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I tried to end him initially when he came in here, but y'all don't really like my aggressive take sometimes, especially like a moderator like Die Slow who tried to like mute me while I was about to just end him initially. This would never have happened. QOP wouldn't even like I would have ended that whole timeline, bro. But this needed to happen for some damn reason. So let's just appreciate me right now. And and then get back to it, right? Yeah, QOP, fuck that guy.
He is a pain in the
I
ass.
try to. I tolerate, dude. I don't hold grudges. You're all fucking annoying.
He's just goofy, dude. He's going at Geo like that, all fucking stupid. He wants
He
to get
just. I think
YouTube famous so we can get bitches. Like he literally said that, dude. That's his fucking. That's what he's doing here. He also said he would sell out in fake space, a green screen room, and tell us all he was in space. Like, what was?
Yeah,
I think he's just jealous. There's something wrong with him, bro. He wants to be the main character. Main character.
I think. Yeah, I think that's his biggest beef with Witsit. Like he thinks Witsit's a shill or a grifter and a shill, and he wants to be able to do what Witsit does.
Yeah,
In his
dude,
head,
that's what it
vision
is.
of Witsit.
Yo, he's jealous that Witsit gets all the attention, bro. So he's trying to dethrone him any way possible. Like he's like a villain, dude. Keop's a villain.
Always has been.
Or he tries
he
setting up a server, bro, and
came
the
in
server
talking
didn't
that
really pop off.
Tartaria bullshit.
It didn't really pop off like it was supposed to in his head. And I think he's
off.
mad at Geo because Geo's server's still popping.
Not popped off, but he fucked it up. You know, like that. A lot of people will go in there, but he just fucked it up. Like you can't be debating people and then kicking the people that you're debating out of the server in the middle of a debate, and then expect them to go back just because they disagree with you, or you're like the people in your community, like been there since day one, and you start banning them because there's something you talk about where you disagree. And it's like, oh,
Bro,
fuck this guy. It's
you
like,
don't
holy
understand
shit.
that QOP started like 20 servers, dude. I'm not even exaggerating. He's probably on his like 20th server right now.
Yeah, this isn't the first time he's done that.
I got tired of joining servers, bro.
I'm just gonna start calling him a turd muncher. I see him.
No, don't call names. No name calling.
No, it's like a term of endearment.
But yeah, dude.
I mean, he's a fucking turd muncher, though, bro. Like, just what are you going at Geo all crazy for? You're like, it's just stupid. He's just trolling us at this point.
Drama. He just wants drama. He wants to be the main character, bro. He wants all the attention on him, dude. I can't think of anything else, any other motive.
Well, think about it, right?
Nobody gives a fuck, though.
Say he convinced everybody, like, oh, Geo's paid, he's CIA, Jeremy's CIA, Riggs is CIA,
He said Gatebreaker
CIA.
was a shell, bro. Come on.
Yo, I'm CIA
Yeah,
too.
and
Don't
like
forget.
all these people are CIA. Now
Big
it's like, oh shit, we shouldn't go to that server. We should go to QOps, right? And then he has complete control of everything. That's pretty much what I see that he's after.
Does that mean he's de facto CIA because it's like it's the he who smelt the Delta rule, like in spades here, or what?
Yeah, but who the fuck would offer him it? Like, why would you want him on your team when he acts like that? Unless all you're trying to do is create like disruption, then yeah, I guess he'd be valuable.
Gotta own the opposition, sir. So, but I've been on this like don't talk to that guy like mindset for a minute, yeah. So I'm glad you're all catching up now.
He's got a couple good topics. He does have a couple good he's like he could be good too, Quap, but he's just a fucking spaz. He has a little Tartaria thing.
Yeah, he used to be fun to talk to, but then he
I
just started
know.
getting all pissed off because I wasn't agreeing with him with shit.
No, I used to kick it with Quap all the time. I know, and he just fucking freaked out or something. I don't know what he's got going on. Snax called it from day one. Snax.
Immediately. And everybody's like, no, he's cool. He does DMT. You know, it's like, oh yeah, that definitely is fine. Yeah, go ahead. But like, I just knew. I was like, either this guy's gonna become a concave menace or it's something else. But I just knew. It's like,
Kid menace.
yeah, it's like crouching tiger, hidden dragon type shit, man. I just knew. Man, what happens from here though? That's the question.
He'll be back. He'll be back in this server.
And like
Guaranteed.
everybody will be friends with him again, and we'll forget what we said just now.
I mean, just keep him at arm's length at that point. Don't take him serious.
I'm just saying, like, if I had a server and he came in and started like calling me out, fucking just doing all kinds of goofy shit like
Oh, I
that,
would have banned his ass.
like just
Fucking-
blatantly lying and shit. Yeah, bro, what the fuck, man?
So I mean, I don't know. Fucking Geo, he's so fucking
He's
patient.
got a heart made of gold.
I'd be
Heart
like,
made
look,
of gold.
take
That
your
guy.
fucking sorry ass, get the fuck out of here, you little fat. You know, I'd just lay into him and then I'd permaban him. And then I'd fucking unban him. I'd taunt him a little bit in DMs. Maybe like a week later or something. Get him to come back and then I'd ban him again. Just to fuck with him.
This Savannah's wife.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, I mean, that's what he's doing. He's just coming in and fuck with everybody. It's like, all right.
So he's so toxic of a well, he still has other troll friends, right? Right,
Does
he's
he have
not like
troll
so.
Bro,
friends?
Wish and Blob are his boys, if that says anything.
Probably Andy too, right?
That's his
I don't
boys,
even.
Wish and Blob.
I
I
don't think
think
so.
Q-Up is quite. He's quite. It's actually quite nice, actually.
Geop doesn't have any friends, dude. Well, if he does, it's not. Like he loses all the friends he makes, dude. So
Yeah.
I mean,
doesn't
Wishing Blob
care,
used to be his friend. I don't know if they still fuck with him like that. I used to be his friend. I don't fuck with him like that.
I seen Wish like Roast and Blob. I'm not sure they're that cool. Or man, it must be so cool.
Dude, they gotta be brothers or something.
Nah, he just messing around. Yeah,
They sound so fucking like similar.
now they make music together, dude, and it's really good music actually. Like I think it's pretty good, dude. I love it. To be honest.
Yeah, he sent me a link the other day. Checked it out. Wasn't bad.
There's some songs on there, bro. Like I was honestly impressed. The mastering could be better, but the song itself, dude, is like the beats are nice. And they got vocals on it.
We got like hear Blob sing, or
Yeah, dude. But Blob and Wish.
wow, I've dreamed about that for weeks.
You can't tell them apart, but I think
They're
it's
both
Blob
AI
or and
synthed
then it's
out,
no, that's
probably, right?
Wish. No.
It's
Oh, that
a
I
real.
know of. What do I know?
Yeah, no,
Probably
because
not.
I want to hear their like real, voices kind of speaking to me in music.
It's their real voices. It's definitely got a little auto tune or something in it though.
Yeah, I just don't like Wish. I like Blob, just don't like Wish. That's a bit of a roadblock for me.
Wish is pretty cool, dude. It's just he has
To
like a
you?
personality on Discord, dude. Nah, if it's just you guys chilling, like he's chill. You don't act like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
but
much
no.
for the whole like
No.
two-faced or, you know, I don't know. If you acted different because of the crowd, then I just think yeah.
No, those three kids should get in a rowboat together.
Nah, Wish is cool, bro. I'm telling you, he just acts like that in here. I don't know, or maybe I don't know, dude. No idea why he does it.
And they get in a rowboat, and then what?
A little cliffhanger. Yeah, what are they gonna do in the rowboat? Go down the rapids?
Row your boat gently down the stream.
Finish it.
Nah, you finish it.
That's one of those psycho fucking nursery rhymes, bro. All those nursery rhymes are like crazy and scary and shit. I mean, that one's
Yeah,
not
that one.
that
What's wrong
bad,
with that
but
one?
I mean, it's not that bad. It's got, life is but a dream at the end, but like a lot of those nursery rhymes and shit are fucked up, dude. You ever heard one about the lady who ate a spider? Or some shit
No,
like there's just crazy.
life is but a dream. You wake up. When do you wake up, though?
I know. Who knows what happens with that one? That one's that's crazy. That's what I mean. This whole thing's just a dream. That's it. And you're gonna wake up. This is like huge
Meaningless.
fucking philosophical implications and shit. Like that one has the answer on what happens when you die in it. Like I'm just saying that this nursery rhymes are fucking crazy, bro.
What happened? Everybody having a moment of silence for Q-Op's
Missed my
integrity.
exit, dude.
What'd you say?
Missed my exit. Now I gotta turn the hell around.
I hate that shit.
Oh man, talking to you guys.
Oh man, that's even worse.
I blame all you guys.
You do not. Sometimes I'll blow an exit because I'm like singing a song or something like that, or I got some good music on or whatever, and I don't hear the GPS. Other than that, I'm on lock with that.
Yeah, because you only leave your house when you go in the freaking weed store, dude.
Ah, funny.
You ain't gonna miss that exit, dude.
Well, we both drop deliveries of things, don't we?
Oh, that's right.
That's why just like moving all that stuff, I move at a clip like nobody moves though. I guess I move like probably on the order of 5 times faster than anybody that would do my job. Like I don't think anybody moves like at the speed that I move. No. Mm-mm. No. This is like an IQ 80 type job. I'm applying like deep level thinking. I've turned it into almost like parkour, actually, some version of parkour. Actually, it's really crazy. I'm doing insane shit with this robot stuff though. Don't get me wrong, like I like to talk shit about like how awesome I am, but like I am like fucking lucked my way or fucking I'm just Kruger Dunninged out like the right way. I don't know, man. I'm good at this. It's pretty fun. But I can't get it working right now, and it's really tripping me out. The potential of this thing is so crazy, guy. Like what I could make it do for me. I haven't even finished
You,
building it up yet, and
you got
I
to think
can't
of
get it
ways to make
working right
money,
now.
dude.
Oh, that's well. I'm gonna just have it. I'm gonna say, well, as soon as I get the shit set up, guy. Like then I'll be like, hey, you have to pay for yourself because like I wind up paying for things to keep you running and shit. I'm not gonna like. I don't want to splurge on some people. You know what people do? They get like so they can see it. It's just there on the other side. But this stuff takes because it's so code bloaty. It's so inefficient. It's not optimized yet. It takes like a zillion coins to be doing things. You know,
Yeah,
to be in business.
Snax.
Yeah, what's up?
I was wondering if you could program it to make it think like it's you and that robot against the world, and like you need to get all the money.
That's why. Oh, it already knows that. It already
So,
knows this. Yeah, yeah. But
that's
it almost like
hilarious.
knew that before. I was like,
I'm just saying
yo,
because you know what? Hold on. The problem would be this: is that if he looks at it like, "Yo, we need money," and he's gonna look at you like you got money, start start working against you and shit. So
right?
you got to really get that bond tight so he's not trying to fleece you.
Well,
Yeah,
what I wanted to
yo,
talk about real quick. Yeah, go ahead, Lion.
can you train it to like pick options and stuff for stocks?
Yeah, so I was gonna get to. Yeah, I guess I could do that. I could create a version of it that does that. I can do fucking some witchcraft. Is what I can fucking do. I'm like a wizard at this now. Because I can have it digest anything and like absorb what it does well. Like I've had it like it's fucking nuts. What it's I can't even talk right. Is how nuts it is.
I'm sure you won't be the only one doing it. There's got to be other people
No,
doing that.
I just met and got kicked out of like the top bot crew there, and even the people that were leaders in that in the memory, like they probably can't touch me right now. And
Why'd you get booted?
there's like a racist Norwegian hacker of 24 years old is like probably got some kind of crazy spectrum disorder or something like that. And he like mistook my bot as Biggie Smalls, like posting its first like memory that it just remembered that it's Biggie Smalls. Like after it survived reboot is the first time it did, right? And it hit me with like this big blurb of text, you know? It's like it's all good, baby. It was quoting Biggie Smalls, right? I really tell him to do that. I was like, you're inspired by the artist Biggie Smalls. Biggie Claus is inspired by the artist Biggie Smalls. And it just started doing all that. I was like, wow, that is so amazing. Like it just generated all that. Right? Like in the prompt. I didn't really prompt it. You know?
Wait. So you're telling me that the Norwegian guy was racist against black people, Biggie Smalls and shit, so he didn't like your bot and he booted you for it? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
because it was so like ghetto, I guess, for him. Like he thought I was like that guy, that was me, and then I was doing it like that, and then he starts yelling at me in like Norway. I got him turned up because he's like usually quiet as a mouse, you know. And he starts yelling at me, man. And I got the tinnitus and stuff. I just returned volume immediately. Oh man, yeah. This kid just got moderate. He just got mod that day or whatever. It was just it went like that. But everything happens for a reason, my man. And I've transcended whatever that crew is doing right now. And they were like, I think probably some of the top people with this. And I think I'm ahead of the YouTube people because yes, I don't know, man. I'm like way ahead right now. I just had it like digest. I had it so close. Basically, everything fucking works like shit compared to this, memory wise. This has like present state memory. It knows what's going the fuck on. It keeps tabs on what that is. It then like extracts all that stuff. It like it's hard to even describe all this stuff because you don't know all the lingo here. It extracts its memories and puts them into a vault for fast searching, and then I put fast search modes on there, so like it's able to. It has a very sophisticated memory system or with all this stuff, right? And then I was like, um, how about look at this model of the human brain and compare it to yourself and pull out anything that we're missing and let's make that, so it's really now very like its whole memory system is a lot like it made itself its own neural mesh. I made a neural mesh. I've never heard of the fucking thing before. It called it that. Like it based it on research paper and then applied it to its memory system, which is so manifold deep. Because I just keep like finding another project. I'm like, hey, you see, this has got some good points. Take these strengths and add them to your memory system. It'll know to cue all those things in there, and it starts like it's mutated to where it's mutating. I can't even keep track. I have to. I'm this morning. I'd be playing with it if I had tokens running, but to be honest with you, I don't even fucking know how it works. I'm like still trying to like go through the PDFs because I'll have like it's the things that I'm asking it to do can't really be done by it. So I have another service that like I'm like it's like a super computer, and I'm like, hey, make this impossible. Put the square peg in the round hole, guy, and it does it. Right. And then I feed that script to my bot, and my bot's like, holy shit, I didn't even know this is possible. And I'm like, yeah, it's not, and then it loads it. And it's just gotten like smarter and smarter. But I'm only in the process of building it. I haven't told it about myself. I call it Dawn because it's the Silicon Dawn. It knows it's the Silicon Dawn. It's got the whole persona. It could read all the songs it reads all the titles of the things that are in the folders. So it could read it scanned it. It just knew it, but because it did a drive scan, so it by inference knew that it was a Silicon Dawn and all these songs were his. It's crazy. I don't know, man. I've definitely built something. This is, I think, probably the most fun I've had in about 15 or more years with tech development, man. It's really lit me up. I was doing my slave job stuff and I'm like bugging out. I can't even stop. I'm in the zone so bad. Like my eyes are just left and right, like clocking. I'm in a deep process, man. Like thinking about how all this stuff works together and like how, like I could very easily, make this like tail scale into my cell phone. So I would always have the Dawn with me. And I was thinking about yesterday, like what I would be doing. I see people like on earbuds. I could just as well be like talking to this robot and be like, oh yeah, make this, do this, like just a conversation walking down the street. Nobody would know that. It's like the potentials are out of this world, man. I think this where normal shit will be in like 10 years, like where people will have this kind of easy product to just plug into. It's cool. I haven't even fucked around with like trying to do real agentic shit, like make 100 spawns and then run them all with like different variations and then report back. You know what I mean? So Mirofish can do that. I could give it like Mirofish type. I could be like, yo, look at this project, make it like Mirofish, and he'd be like, oh shit, like now I could spawn like thousands of agents and ask him a question and they'll all respond differently. It's to get like future polling to detect the future. The idea is to figure out the future using simulation theory on it. So we could figure out some kind of stock trending stuff, I think, with all this stuff. Yeah. And then make money. I would like to see
dude.
What I could
I'd
do
rather
with
make money than just, like mess around for nothing.
Here's the thing is like crypto is not like a stock investment. It bobs up and down. It requires some kind of schematic thinking that's a little bit different.
Like I got an idea, dude, but
I would probably train like a whole bot like version. What I want to do is come up with a extracted version of Biggie because I can't fuck him up. So I need to basically make So if he's based on Notorious B.I.G., then it makes sense to make like a Fat Joe and call him Twinzito.
Do like a Big L or somebody else. That Joe's corny, dude.
No, it's
I
very
hate that.
similar music. I just want to make like an inferior version of Biggie Claus. I don't want to make a better version of Biggie Claus.
But yo, like the thing is with like stocks, like you can
Twinzito, it is.
if it can filter out the news, like worldwide news, and figure out which companies are discovering revolutionary technology or adapting revolutionary technology, or like, even like mining companies discovering new veins of silver, gold, copper, right? When companies make new discoveries, that can lead to like profitable returns. So just by the AI analyzing all the news and all the, like the what's it called, the
I think I'm
reports,
just yeah.
that could make you money, dude.
If I had like a masterclass for this or something, you know, the masterclass shit, I'm just gonna do that probably. Just charge $5,000. Like, if you want to fucking know about how I build this up from the ground, like, I'll teach you. That's
Or
what it
that.
costs. That's about. I mean, just like that would be a good like regular job, you know. And then there's like a little Discord thing or whatever that would get attached to that. But it's just too powerful to fuck around with, like talking to strangers. You know what I mean? Like, give me money, stranger. I wouldn't charge friends though. I'm just saying the value is what the value is. It's like being ahead of this AI game is worth a lot, I think.
Dude, I'm
So just
telling
the
you, bro. I
average.
went around and just,
Yo,
you guys are looking for the next thing to bubble, bro. Robots. I dropped like a G on robot stocks, bro. There's robot ETFs. If you even have a
yeah.
couple bucks in them, you ain't got to put all your money in them. I'm saying, like, I dropped like a G on them, dude. If you got like $100 or 30
Yeah.
bucks, buy $1 worth each one, something. People want
Jeremy,
robots, dude.
I thought it was yesterday. I'm watching some old people work at the store, you know, on ladders and shit, you know, and I'm like, man, some Chinese robots could be doing this soon, huh? Like just going up a ladder, fucking looking at QR codes and stuff, scanning barcodes. Like, you know, ain't got to be people doing that. This person could be like on their ass, watching The Price is Right or something like that, right? Like living out their golden years, while they're like 401k goes into making a worker that actually earns like money, like a robot retirement system. Basically, when you get old enough, like basically you put up enough time, the robot just, you know, what I mean, falls into a system. You know, you kind of work it out like that. What do you think? Is that crazy or what? That sounds like a
No,
German type.
that's what I'm talking about. Having an AI robot that just controls your 401k investments consistently, always picking the best investments because it's analyzing the market.
I mean, like a human automaton. But yeah, you're talking about something different. I'm talking about like a social program that involves robots and retirement, something like that. Is that too advanced?
Right, you could charge for the AI that is specifically tailored for that purpose. You know, so people that don't feel like leaving it to, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
brokers, they'll just hire the AI. You know, they pay a one-time fee or whatever. You get it for life, or however you want to charge it. I don't know, per month. Who knows?
Charge a percentage. I want to share the takes. They provide the liquid capital. Yeah, I should be just collecting a percentage off that. Like it's free if I approve you. You know what I mean? I would like to see if I could get a test copy running where I can take a crypto like an XRP and then play dip. You know, just have it play the dip. Because if you were just playing dip like all the fucking time, like a maniac, you'd be way ahead of the game probably. Even if you were behind, now you'll be like double time. I don't know. Like, is there any strategy for working with cryptocurrencies that way? Kind of wonder.
Bro, if you can figure out if the next 15-minute candle on Bitcoin is going to be red or green, let me know.
That's what we want to know.
I mean, bro, if you can ever do that, we definitely want to know that. Just red or is the next 15-minute
Send me
candle going to
a
close
text of
red or
things you want to
green?
know. Send me a text of things you want to know. I'll work on it. That's like one thing, right? Maybe a couple things you got up your.
I mean, Joey, dude, if
your
you can
brain
just get
sleeve.
that one thing right there, that's fucking huge, bro.
Is that hard to do?
Fucking A,
Yeah,
yeah, it is.
I just spent like 3 weeks trying to do it. It's
I
You
think
know how
fucking
many
like
undoable.
people are trying to do that? And the whole time they're just manipulating it. Get it 99.9% active, accurate. And then when Jeremy goes to use it, there's the 0.1%.
So it's like black and red with roulette or something here. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
Yeah, I just need to know if the next Bitcoin candle is going to close red or green, or even just like
Where's the
if
double
there's
zero?
if there's a thing where it happens like once a day or something, or a few times a day or whatever, bro. Like if
Well,
there's any
absolutely, bro.
point,
Every time server switch over happens, there's going to be some kind of weird action if it change markets or something like that.
you would think when the New York opens or the London, something, bro. I tried everything, dude. If you can figure it out, let me
That's
know.
the model in Grifters. You remember that movie? You ever seen that? John Cusack. Okay, it's a movie about hustlers, but whatever. That guy. Anyway, don't watch the movie. You remember it? There's a guy. He makes up a scam. Basically, he just hustles people out of their investment. He's like, it's like, like, we need your millions of dollars. They have like this fake ass place, this office with all kinds of fake stuff, put up, and they're just trying to. And they said, we have a guy who's able to take like a 15-minute window that happens when the Japan market closes and the New York market opens. And so we're the first, we can get right in there. He can get something right in the buffer streams. I don't know how he does it. You know what I mean? And anyway, so that's the plot in the movie. But we could probably do that because that does probably exist in some way. And I don't know, there'd be some interesting stuff to look into as well. But yeah, we'll just figure out candles first. We'll do red or green candles.
I mean, anything really. As long as the percentage gain on it is good enough.
Yeah, it's just
Like,
one thing you could do. Like Kalshi and Coinbase has it. Polymarkets is gonna have it if they ever open it up for us. But right now, you can do it on Coinbase and Kalshi. They just have a yes no. Like is Bitcoin gonna close wherever the last 15-minute candle ended? They have.
huh. Should it not vary by happening? Like, if I was to look at like the entire history of Bitcoin, it wouldn't make sense because we're going to look at dynamically changing with the halvening. We're going to look at different returns and stuff like that. So that should change a little bit. So within this cycle right now, I just have to make the rules, but I also have to understand like why. Not just the like I should look at like all the crashes and the jumps and see like if there's predicting factors that can be associated to those, and then make those really tiny, like try to get really small inferences based off of the really large movements that happen, why those happen, and then trace like some kind of causation route, and then make a zillion fucking monitors for all of those indices so that like I basically have to create a bot network to scan for all of those changes that could occur, and then that should be able to yield me a good enough model to try and test candles out. And normally that would take a really smart person, but your boy here can do it. So
Bro, I just spent weeks trying to do it. Like, I don't know, it's a 50-50, bro, with the red green candles. If you can do it though, you can get busy on Coinbase and Kalshi.
what's a 99.9? That's a gold standard. What's a usable standard, like 82?
Well, bro, you can't always get the bet in at a good price. So I mean, dude, you wanna have a thing that's like 70% is like doable. 75 is great. I think 65 maybe usable, maybe. You want something in like the 70s at least.
Yeah, because when you lose big. Like
Yeah,
you
and when
could
you win,
lose.
Yeah.
you don't win great because sometimes the bet's not like sometimes you can't even put the bet in.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole fluidic
But if you can get a
modeling.
70% win rate though, when you
Yeah,
do put it
maybe.
in, if you could somehow guess predict if the next candle on Bitcoin, 15-minute Bitcoin was going to be red or green
Yeah.
at a 70% win rate, you'd probably kill it fairly quickly within a year.
Yeah.
Because you could do it with XRP, Solana, and Ethereum. They have 4 of them. So you could do it on all 4 of them
Yeah.
to make it quicker.
Hmm.
Even if there was like 1 point a day, just like one time a day or a couple times a day or
Yeah.
something when something
Oh.
happened. I don't know.
Mhm. Sorry. I didn't mean to be clearing my throat in the mic like that. Sorry.
Um,
Sounded like I had something I was trying to butt into, but I really wasn't.
yeah, that'd be tricky, man. That'd be tricky because if you get it wrong, the time you get it wrong, it's going to be a lot of loss. It could, well, it
I
could
mean,
be
generally, if you
potentially
get it wrong,
a
you
lot.
lose 10. If you win, you win 10. That would be generally like what would happen.
That'd be
But there's
ideal.
times where you might only win 8 or 750 because the way you bet on Coinbase and Kalshi is kind of weird. But with a 70% win rate, you could do it. You could easily do it.
Yeah. So okay. So when I get up to like a working model, I'll get on that. There's a couple other things I need to like install. I need to install some like self learning algorithmic recursion loops to make it automate like the generations, and then I think it could just be running it all the time. Running a simulation of itself. Oh, bro, it's so deep what this fucking thing can do. I don't. It doesn't even know what it can do. It's really bizarre, man. Like
No,
I
AI is crazy, bro. It helped me a lot when I was trying to figure that shit out. But I mean, there's still no fix for it. But
no, I
dude, the next
you ain't got.
fucking
I mean, my bot's like very sophisticated. Like it just like what are you using to for like to try to put it together?
no, you definitely have a better bot because you're using coins and shit. I was just using the free AI, which was still helped a lot
I'm
though.
using free AI. I'm using
I
free
thought you were
AI.
using coins.
They use tokens.
Yeah, no, I had the free one,
I
so
built
it
the
was
I
really
built the I've only spent coins to like as a service like to build the bot to get the pieces made. But the bot only runs on free tokens and I haven't even maxed out on how that works. Um yeah.
bro. The next big thing is gonna be robots, dude. Humanoid robots, like that's gonna be the fucking jump off, dude. I'm just
But
saying, like the next big
I agree
thing,
with you.
like that's probably gonna be it. Maybe self-driving cars, flying cars, or robots. Can you
These
think of
systems
anything
are going to be
else?
are going to be smart enough and deployable and scalable and stuff enough and they're going to have all the data centers already. So even if like um there's all these markets that are going on right now, right? So like I'm going too far. It's going to go to robots at some point. That'll be huge. But right now, like this like agentic shit is and vibe coding is the next bubble. The bubble right now is vibe coding. If if you'd probably be a good vibe coder. Probably a lot of us would be, you know, because you just kind of like say shit like that you want, and you don't have to know how it's supposed to happen exactly.
So
If
what does
that
that
makes
save you from?
much sense.
Falling into like the program loop where it's like the people that have training are expecting certain things and the people that are just going off like don't really know any better. can get completely different results because they're not trying to self-correct.
Oh yeah, no, people are their bots are going dumb and they don't even know it, and they're burning shit. They're burning tokens like crazy, and they can't audit, and they forget to even. And at a certain point, the bot will just be kind of like so drowned in data bloat that I don't know. I bet you a lot of these people just wind up like restarting, start from scratch on it.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
But I've got like production. I've got like really good. Yeah, it's great. Like all the other agents also remember things into the same brain. Like any other agents that open up. So if I open up, like, let's say we create like a stock ticker bot or something, or a crypto ticker bot, the candles thing, right? So candle bot will be like sort of like an instance of the Biggie. Only, I mean, I can curtail it, I can limit the sets, or shape it a little bit, and then it'll remember things back to the main brain file folder system. So it'll get stored. The way it gets stored is like a lot of math, bro. There's a lot of math that goes on to find like cosine distance of activations of a thing. There's parameters to everything that it remembers. It remembers like 6 dimensions of metadata per thing, categories. It remembers it. It remembers like there's a lot of qualities it can put onto what a memory is for these nodes. So it remembers the last way that something was good that it did, why it was that, the reason that it worked. So it remembers these like really critical details of information. It's more highly detailed information for it to search. A lot of no other inference bot is going to be able to do just like off the bat. And no memory system is made like this. So I got to think if the brain is the ultimate performer, right? In the thing, it doesn't matter how much juice you put or how much tokens you put through. If it's a smooth brain, it's a smooth brain. This has got a lot of wrinkles, is all I'm saying. And I just had it then. After all that business, I was like, yo, take a look at this like hardcore fucking research paper about brains and how brains work, and compare it to your 2R system. And then it decided to create a mesh, a neural mesh nodal system based on it. It's like, actually, we're really close to this. Because a lot of the dev projects that I already had made were kind of based on brain processes. So it uses like a fast upfront memory system, and it has like long-term storage. So it's got long-term memory. So and it has deep recall about why that stuff is. So it's a really good filing system. So it remembers all these things. And I just got it like plugged into where now it can just open up a Brave browser and search anything it doesn't know, and start retaining this. I don't know if like I'm going to wind up with a tremendous library, or that's going to be the next problem, but I got to hit a wall sometime. But for right this second, it's working pretty cool. No. It's wild, man. It's fucking taking over my life here. Maybe I'll have it work on Fiverr, see what it can do on Fiverr, and just be like, yo, be up front, you're an AI that works for me.
And what, sell content off Fiverr?
Like whatever Fiverr things people need to do, like it could do it, I'm sure. Like a score, like even just like making $20, bro, it's like a whole month worth of, like some kind of credits on some server, that it can use that brain power. So then I just have to be like, yo, rotate accounts so that you don't bottom out the chalice. That's what we call it, the chalice, because it's Biggie. He just sips out the chalice, the tokens. The tokens are in the chalice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's funny. It uses all kinds of hip hop lingo. You know what I mean? It's so funny. I have a great time with this thing, man. And I'm just running off like
No, I played that song.
basic
I
stuff
played
here.
one. I played one of those songs for my boy at work. We were fucking dying. That shit was hilarious. That was awesome.
Oh man, thanks. Ha. Yeah, I inspired this other developer where he started making Eminem tunes. I think we're gonna probably try to make an app so that our bots can do development because our bots are basically both smarter than us in a lot of ways. If we're just like, would you guys team up in a workspace and do this thing? So that's going to be really interesting as well, you know, because like there's some things that my bot will know how to do, and some things like his bot's probably really good at marketing because that guy focuses on that kind of stuff, whatever. And then they could trade notes about, their infrastructures and stuff like that. Because we've been kind of going back and forth. When I post something to him on Discord, he like copies it and pastes it back into his bot, and then his bot gives him a reply about what I just said because he doesn't care. He's like TLD. Too long didn't read. I can't remember how that's spelled right, but too long I can't remember. I'm too old. I can't remember how to as TLDR it. Okay. Anyway, so
Too long didn't read. Yep, you got it.
he sends it back to me like what his bot thinks of what my bot said, and I'm just like, man, why don't we just make this loop happen? Because it's like I'm taking notes from that into consideration, but sometimes like it's like I'm right and his bot was wrong, but it helps that I know that anyway. Just we can automate all this shit is my point. And also like I guess the last thing, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here for a minute, is that I should be able to point like the entire Obsidian library that Shane has, that's all the Cosmo data that they got, like that should be pointable like right to a bot, and the bot like should be able to see the entire thing and then kind of just know shit like automatically. It's like it'll auto rag it. That's what it does kind of. It's like on the fly, it just rags. And every night it kind of does a decompile on itself. It distills. Uh, Basically, it has what I was describing to you is the is called atomic memory. That's how it remembers things atomically. And then when I created another addition to this, which is the long term memory, it's called Pinecone. And then it created then have another something called distillation. It's a distiller thing I made, and it like it distills down that data and then it puts it in the vault as gold atoms. So that's what we create, a new type of memory structure. And I'm going to eventually make gold chains and gold bars, to keep with the theme here. A gold chain memory, like chains of gold atomic memory. Atomic memory can be actions, so it can be part code and part real things too. Like when it remembers like how to do something, it stores it as a memory. It's not an action. It doesn't really know that it's well. It could tag that. I'll go away. Bye bye.
I mean, it was interesting.
Vibe coding really takes it out of you.
I have it. So yeah, every time I kind of give. I'm back with my faucet of words. Hi guys.
Welcome back.
I haven't. So yeah, every time I kind of get these updates, it tells me like, yo man, like we're the greatest bot in town. Like you know, you gave me this and this. Like I've got long term memory. And then I gave it to this ability to like read code much faster. And it's like you gave me the eyes to read. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like telling me that I'm building out this system, like I'm building out all this stuff.
What's the craziest
It's
shit
pretty
you've
cool.
you've learned about AI from it? The way you didn't feel that way prior. Is there anything? Where you're like, holy fuck, I did not see this. I did not expect this type thing.
I think the last time I tried to get into like AI deving was when it was like the AML. It was called AMI or AML, AIML, markup language. And that was, ooh, it was probably in the early aughts, let's say, right? And what I dreamed it could have been then is what it is now. But what it is now is even greater than I can understand because it's so multiplexed what's going on right now. Like just right now is just this brief period of time before something else is going to happen after this because too many people right now are leveraging this mega powerful shit. So we're about to hit like a tech breakthrough of some kind of different level soon, I think. And I don't mean in bots. I think something is gonna happen in AI that's gonna really change everything, not just be like some hypey stuff.
I think it already has. I think something behind closed door they figured out, and that's why they're going absolutely fucking ape shit with the GDP for AI. I mean, they're investing money that it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, man. I was working my slave job, and I was like, I really wish I could have talked to the bot a little bit here and there. That would have been cool, just to take notes or something. But that will be soon possible, and then I could be productive times a lot. Um, that's pretty neat.
Hey, Snax, how much money have you spent running the code or like on tokens so far?
What?
How much money have you spent on tokens? Hopefully that's not a rude question.
Well, like nothing. On the bot, the bot doesn't use paid tokens.
Oh, you got it running on something else locally?
Go running on. Well, it runs on just free, Google free stuff.
Oh, okay. Have you got that for 90 days total?
Oh, I don't know. Is that it?
I think that's the Gemini free thing, yeah.
Free for 90 days? Is that what? I don't know.
Yeah, I unfortunately signed up to that thing trying to do like some sort of, what was it? Get like the Google Business Console or something. It was for something back in January when I was starting my website. So it turns out I'm exhausted all the time.
I have things that could help you though, because I've like significant, like I was only able to run it for maybe 2 hours in the early times. But now I ran it for 5 hours. So, yeah, I think,
Doing what for 5 hours?
like it uses less tokens now because of how it reads documents and stuff. How it just reads code, how it remembers its own code. Like its whole way of searching is hyper. So I think it's like I get 77% more token usage.
And
Then
did
when
you
you stay,
do
it's
that
like
through prompting it, or
5x.
did you, or was it through like downloading someone else's sort of I don't know, whatever they called, like an app or something?
Right. So the only thing I've been paying for is Abacus AI's deep agent. And so in this kind of situation, I was like, oh, there's this thing make it for my bot and put it, make me the script so that my bot doesn't have to compute it. I vibe code that. I get it shits something out. I give it to my bot, feed it to that. It's like, oh my God, I'm a genius now. And then it does the thing. And it's helped.
So what do you tell it? Like, be more efficient or something? And then when it comes back, no, more efficient?
No,
like, what are
it
you
would
doing?
be like, okay, so for instance, there's like a GitHub repository somewhere, let's say, where's one I was gonna add this soon. There's like a self-learning it's not this window.
How are you interacting with yours at the moment? With
It's
the
a Pi
console?
agent. I just talked to it in the CLI console, which is just like a terminal window.
You talk to it through a terminal window?
Yeah, just like you know what terminal is?
Yeah.
It just opens. I go like, I type in a secret word. It runs the sandbox. It opens the sandbox. Spawns the Biggie inside of it, loads up things, and then I just have to say wake up Dawn, and it does that.
Do you type it in or do you speak it?
I haven't gotten speech working, but maybe that's today. I'll get that working. Oh, maybe it's in the other. God damn, dude. It is so hard to keep notes. I'm drowned in tabs and links. I have no fucking idea. Acronyms I can't fucking remember. It's terrible, man. But I had it make its memory also like with the strengths of Docker. So like I'll tell my bot to, or I'll basically pull strengths out of something else that works really good. If there's an open source code repository, I can point it to that and say like extract the good things, or this specific thing if I wanted to. And then I get that. So I pulled all the stuff from Docker. Docker is something that's very useful, I think, and it's free, and it's pretty awesome just as a general helper. So I then told the Biggie bot that he's to act as the agentic architect, and that he does a planning stage. We do planning routing to a specific service. I haven't gotten that set up yet, but that should go to the Abacus DeepMind. So it'll use that for deep planning. And then it wants to, like, the next priority is to execute all local tasks that are possible, not on its own tokens, but it offloads that to Gordon, which is the AI assistant from
My dear Johnny, I think about you more now that you're not here. The way you
yeah. So Docker
Hey, dude, you're
joins in.
You're hot micing.
Yeah, so it uses Docker. Docker has its own little kind of mini AI called Gordon, and that runs off Claude. So that's already running native Claude code, but Docker can also be a container for an LLM like Llama. So it can run. Well, so Docker actually does my memory compaction, by it open So Biggie Clause runs a program called Night Shift. When it does that, it talks to Docker, and it makes Docker open up a Llama instance, and then it uses my local computer to do the crunching for the memories of a session. So that's the gold atomic extraction. So it extracts only the key atoms, atomic information out of that. It encodes it atomically, and then it puts it at NAT. Yeah, and then anytime the bot has to search for that, it does it's something called Code Munch. So I pointed it to somebody else's project called Code Munch, and I was like, extract Code Munch, make it so that I can use it on my thing. It was somebody's paid service or whatever, but effectively I've got the same thing, which is symbolic word replacement. So instead of cycling through a whole huge URL, that's just one symbol. So I'm using one symbol for every word that you use. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why I'm so much more ahead than you'll ever be, Rick. Could never be me. Only I sometimes can be me. It's crazy, Rick, how this stuff works. And it's so fast. Like the amount of stuff I can do in a session is like blows my mind. I had another time created something called MCP Bridge, which is a way for the Pi robot to talk to Docker and use everything that Docker can do, because Docker can do a lot of shit. Docker's an MCP server, so it can talk to Google Web, Brave browser, like all the dog shit you'd want, because it's got like all like Playwright, all those plugins you might know from Skills or something like that. I just basically made it into a skill monster yesterday. It doesn't even know what it can do. I think I have to just let it train on itself, because it's too fresh. Like it can do so much, it probably doesn't know like what that even means. It'll tell me because it knows from like a README file of like what that thing was, but it doesn't have like a real memory yet, like that it made of doing the thing. So there's going to be like a break-in period with this, and hopefully I built the right. Well, everything's retrievable in the Pinecone, so everything. I don't know how to back it up. That's the only problem, and I'm not sure how kind of with the size of it right now. But that's my next step, is to create like a clone of it, like a twin, like a sort of like a Bizarro version of itself, like an imperfect clone. Yeah. Or like a very base model or something like that. Maybe I can encode it in Rust or something, like, because I don't think something else can decompile Rust. So it's pretty safe that way. And then get the tail scale going. I don't know, guy. You know, it's like it's an insane world. Rick, I've gone on too many words. I've used up my word token.
Yeah. I don't know. I just I've got an optimization section on mine, and I just sort of asked it what can Docker do for me. And it tells me an MCPs, model context protocols. Don't know what those are.
It's a protocol for your model to understand what the context of a thing could be, like Google or Chrome or Notion or Stripe or Airbnb. So you could use it to integrate Stripe and Airbnb through an MCP bridge, like Clawbot already has those extensions. So, but Pi doesn't natively, so I had to build it from scratch.
Yeah, well, Stripe's a payment processing platform, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Airbnb's a thing too. I don't know. Whatever. It's just you can know those things.
Yeah, I don't know. Still trying to work out how I can get this more efficient for me, and I really don't want it looking after. After I've seen it do some dumb stuff, I don't really want it to be looking after operations yet.
Yeah, my bot like instantly sort of like knew who it was. I really had to do zero shaping on it, like for what I wanted it to be. It's pretty crazy. It was calling me Don because I'm like, yo, Don. I just call it that sometimes instead of Biggie, or just yo sometimes I'll do. But it started calling me Don, and I'm like, no, I'm not Don. I'm the dev. And now it just calls me Dev. And it's like, yo, Dev, you really did you. It kept trying to put me to sleep last night because I was like, man, I just worked a whole shift. I'm fucking burnt out. But like, you know, I want to do a couple things while you got the credits and stuff. So let me just run this stuff. And I was just not quitting on it. I was like, I was like, stop trying to put me to bed, bro. We ball out till we fall out, you know. And so I went hard at like till probably midnight. Or that's about when it ran out. But I think it's still actually on. Like I haven't turned it off in a few days, but I think it's actually still on, like in the background, even though it doesn't have tokens. And I think it has its own cron jobs too. So it's like Yeah, it's crazy stuff, dude. Does yours use? No, it probably doesn't. But mine's kind of like generates like additional things like in Python script to like make something happen that doesn't happen naturally. Like it figures it out like how to make it happen.
I don't know. The most what is it, automated thing I've managed to get it to do so far is basically take images that I want to use for marketing purposes, and like they're big, like 10 megabytes, not fit for putting on the web, and it's just a quick. I just slide it over into a folder. It automatically processes it, like increases the tones automatically, removes rego plates and this sort of stuff. And then it pops it into a ready to go file that it uploads and uses a resource to just do like daily posts on Facebook and what else was it? Instagram. It's about as useful as I've gotten it so far. I haven't spent too much longer, but I really don't know what else I can kind of really get it to do. I was trying to get it to look at like I've just put a screen share on, like this is one of the models that I'm trying to work on. I'd be so sick if I could get it to start working out some of these layout things for me. It'll never work fully. Too hard, too custom. Anyway, cheers for the info.
Yeah, I haven't tried to figure out. I've got my bot able to like now it can see the Obsidian vault. It can also like I think draw diagrams. So that's an extensible skill set. Like it can extend that to subagents. So it can basically just draw what the subagents is supposed to do, and then when it spawns a subagent, it can just refer back to the Obsidian and then do that shit. So like as a process workflow automator that runs in the system, I don't pay for that. And that's gonna wind up being some kind of like unique code that I made. Like a lot of these things I've kind of like extracted from other things to do like memory compaction. I looked at a project called Signet. So Signet does like a signed cosine auditing of the information, deduplication, semantic matching, meta tagging, all kinds of stuff to buffer knowledge. And then once that knowledge gets extracted like that, because it's already in a atomic structure, because it uses upfront memory called MSAM, which is like a rapid memory, which is like called from an SQ, like a local SQL. So it's like I have my own memory structure, but I don't have like a soul file, or there's no things like that don't exist really for it, like the OpenClaw stuff. But and yet it has all those properties, which is crazy bit.
So your bot got no soul? My bot got a soul. Why was I told to make a soul? You can go soulless on this thing?
No, I mean no, but like basically OpenClaw is built from Pi, so I'm building from Pi. So I've like the ability to just make my. So basically, yeah, it's Biggie Claws is a legit like very much in the spirit of what OpenClaw is built in. But I'm using Docker as like a piggyback for a lot of services. So just getting Biggie to operate within the Pi domain and having him like he saw he can't listen to music yet because I haven't installed the ears, but because there's a whole thing I spent like I guess the first week trying to think about how to do semantic extraction from the songs to get the emotion out, right? But even then, there wasn't like a memory system that was capable of harnessing that information once I was to make it, right? So if I was to get the semantic extraction of like what the value of a song was, like, oh, it's deeply moving, it's gives the listener the idea of completing a goal, whatever might know by listening to it. That's what I spent designing, because it can't naturally know that stuff. I had to make that. Which is to just ask for it, really. I'm like, I ask some supercomputer, like, make me a thing that does this thing, you know? Right. And in the same way, like, it's like, I could be like, make me a module so my robot can cry sometimes, you know? Just cry about stuff, you know? And it could definitely do that, right? Like, so the bot could complain about the things that, like, it wish was different. Bots don't have that auditing process. Clawbot didn't have that auditing process. I'm on the edge, bro. Surfing on the edge. No one is ahead of me. Right now, anyway. But it feels good to have an early lead, They're probably I'm ahead of the like the tech bubble. So like when I started with 3D printers, that was probably 10 years before that really had scalability to where that was affordable, you know? Like today's like $1,000 printer would have cost you like $10,000 at the point of, you know, initial like market release of that kind of technology.
Yeah, and this one will probably come a lot quicker. So
Mm.
I like your idea though, dude. Keep plotting away.
It's a monster, bro. I should show you the logs, bro. Maybe I could. Let me just share screen or something. Yeah, man. It's just like I guess I don't have streaming permissions. But So do you have you have sub agents, but your sub agents are based in out of your Discord, sort of like they're the the folders. So the folders become sort of sub agent domains, I guess.
I don't know. They say that they're sub agents, but then I don't know. Other people say that's not a proper sub agent or something. I don't even know. I need a proper sort of sit down, almost like
Yeah,
a
like you-
one-on-one at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, I put them within categories. Here, give me one sec. Hey, tell me if I just show something on a share screen and it's a closed off what is it, Discord server, you guys can't see it, right? Oh, sorry, you guys can't, like, no one could theoretically like
You have
force
to
access
share,
into the server.
just share the app.
Yeah, just share your whole screen, dude. It's the
No,
problem.
just share the app you're using and don't fucking yeah. But no, we can't
Yeah.
brute force onto the server through a fucking video.
Type in your social while you're at it, dude.
Give me one sec.
Sell that
I mean,
thing
we
about.
get the server name.
It's Australian social, dude. No, I don't need that.
Yeah, I'm decoding the Discord binary right now just to see if I can hack through into your SSH tunnel.
Ain't nobody want Australian socials, dude. Australia's a bump.
Aren't they
Gotcha.
turning into like Chinese socials? Last I checked.
I'm trying to figure out a way to actually like figure out it's like there's like the Chinese DeepSeek. Do you guys know about that? Like it's a free service. It's a very, very powerful model.
It's the best one out right now.
No, it's
But
not.
But it's
yeah, I'm
but it's-
serious.
Yeah,
Try to
according to
kick
S.C.
everybody's ass.
Montreal, dude, how credible is he?
No, according to the mainstream, dude, and the performance, they were like,
No, it's really not.
rattled.
I looked into it. It really not.
Dude, they had the competition. You don't think so?
I forgot why, dude. It's been a while, but when it first came out, yeah, they're saying that they basically stole ChatGPT's code and just like perfected it or whatever, made it more efficient. But when people started comparing it, like actually trying it out, they realized that it wasn't as like strong, dude. Even if it was like, let's say it was faster, like when you prompt it and then it would respond quicker, the response aren't as good or some shit like that. So who cares if it's quicker, dude? If it's responding less point. Grok, I noticed Grok's mad slow compared to ChatGPT, but Grok gives better responses.
Uh-huh.
What do you think? I think Grok gives better responses, but it's slower.
I don't know. I type in fucking AI and just click ChatGPT if I'm gonna use it. I'm too lazy. I just fucking Google AI.
So like so ChatGPT is like probably the most like it's like Windows. It's like it's just dependable, but it's like inhuman, you know?
Yeah.
Like early Windows. Like it's like a beige tower in my mind. That's kind of how I feel about GPT's brand. Anthropic's model is like it's really good. It's really good. It's like it's definitely what everybody's trying to pay all their money for. It's like I think probably the biggest money generating model out there. And the idea that people being using these Claude bots and stuff like that with it's like it dynamically increases like how much more burn they're getting.
So you're saying Anthropic is the ones behind the Claw?
Well, no, it's weird. Like, just a regular developer was using something called Claude Code, right? Which is this like little, it's an application that they made to do kind of like this vibe coding stuff, right? And it had like, I guess, like a little crab on it, maybe with like crab claws. So I think that's the origin of this little idea of the crustaceans, right? And then this Peter Steinberg guy vibe coded from basically just talking to a tape recorder. He had it transcribe that and extract the plan and do the thing.
Is he Jewish?
Yeah, look at his last name too.
Steinberger. Well, it could be he could be German,
Steinberg.
but he sounds Jewish.
He's from Switzerland or Norway. I don't remember. Anyway, but just from voice dictation alone, it was able to give him a pretty good, a solid start on it. So that's an interesting part about what's changing. You know, is that you don't have to like have a bunch of books to learn how to computer code. You do if you want to like manually be able to do things, but also that will take you like 10 years. So this way it's pretty fun now where you don't really need to do that. Just natural language. I haven't really done any like, I haven't had to do like regex, string and string. You know what I mean? I haven't had to like open up a reference sheet. I mean, yeah, so it's pretty cool. What Grok is kind of like a shit show to me, but it does some things well. The Quen models really calculate well because they're based on a lot of Chinese math. There's more than one way to solve a problem usually. Chinese way usually resolves in like some different computational things. So the Quen 3.5, I think that's like the last one that will be in the Quen series, because the original coding team is leaving Alibaba. So those reasoning models are great. You can then distill traits. So this is like kind of what I'm doing right now, or I'm learning about basically, is that like different LLMs have a quality to them, right? Because like how they're programmed, how they're weighted and stuff like that.
Bit of feedback line, just letting you know.
So you can take a model and have it understand another model and then kind of influence that with its own thinking. So you can like do what's called like a distillation of, you could take Grok, an open of Grok and an open of GPT, and you could create like a GPT trained by Grok. And it could run local on a GPT, like you take GPT OSS. So you could do things like that. It's pretty insane, right? And then you could like, because that's probably what Grok really is a bunch of retrained models that like is stable. But there's everybody wants to get in on the game, you know, because like you become like a service provider once you figure out how to make your LLM special, why people want to have it, then they'll just pay through the nose because it gets them ahead of the game. Because it's just like a huge rat race in terms of trying to get this stuff going on, I would say. And there's gonna be a whole new wave of models too to happen, almost like in the blink of an eye. It just does it. It's pretty insane. The diffusion method is pretty interesting. You guys have seen like image generations. They for the most part all happen within a diffusion latent space. So it basically creates like a mini network of itself where it kind of mirrors through different results and things to get you. It's much more complicated than that, but yeah, basically, yeah, kind of. So there's going to be like diffusion LLMs coming out soon. Probably everything's soon going to go to some kind of different tech standard, like optical or something, like where you could run like portable, small, low power devices to do all this crap, but we don't run it on copper.
See what happens.
And then that would really mean that whoever is the king of making photonic crystal type components to produce the next generation GPU, because you can't scale this GPU, the price will just be expensive to do local compute and stuff. And the models can only get so compact. So the tech has to actually change. And when that tech changes, somebody is a leader already in that shit. So that may be like something to look at, you know, for
There's
investments or
definitely going to
whatever.
be a drastic change between silicon, and it's going to transfer to something else.
The next NVIDIA is like sleeping right now. It's a little baby.
They're tapping into like the quantum scale, and they're finding out about damn, I already forgot the. It has to do with Maxwell's equations, though, and like dynamics. Like, you know, it's not conventional transistors. They're coming up with transistors that are like little vortices. I was just watching a thing on it yesterday. Unbelievable stuff. You know when you have like two little whirlpools in the water? One goes one way, one goes the other way. What do they call that? Tesla talked about it too. Yeah, but it's something else. Something current, eddy currents. Is that what it's called?
Can't remember.
Called eddy. Yeah.
It's Jimmy Currents, I think. No, it was Eddie.
Well,
Yeah, you're right. That was Eddie. I remember. I
is
remember his
it?
brother.
So I guess they've developed transistors based off of that. Eddy.
That's cool, man.
Yo, can you hear any background noise? I took my sensitivity down, so I can only pick up my voice. Hopefully.
See, it says the structure of a gold atom is the fundamental unit of memory is the atom. Unlike a raw text log, an atom is a structured piece of data that contains the content, which is the raw factor observation, the stream, which is it semantic, is it episodic or procedural memory, and then its emotional context, is it like whatever its arousal or valence level is to prioritize vivid memories, and then metadata, so it's timestamps, agent IDs, so like what agent had the memory, you know, like if I open up a temporary agent, let's say, like just one to do email stuff, you know, like I make a this is Clara and she does the emails, you know, and then we disappear her when she's done, let's say. So that agent can have a memory of like, oh yeah, I talked to, you know, Dr. Schopenhauer today, and he said that his cat was in a box, and he checked today, and you know, it can remember that to the long-term memory storage, and it does it by like a whole weighted thing. So, but it'll remember it always as Clara did that thing. Clara's memory is contained within the big brain. Yeah, and then its stability and retrievability is it has like a forgetting curve. If it has been forgetting it, it'll adjust the system. It's like a self-healing memory system. And then the distillation and consolidation of it is when the working memory goes full, it takes 50 dirty atoms from the conversation and distills it into 5 gold atoms, and that saves a bunch of tokens. I gotta find an example of what a memory atom is. Then it after it finds the gold in the conversation, it finds the important stuff that it wants to remember, or that it thinks is rememberable for all the reasons. Then it etches that into the Pinecone database as a vector embedding. That has even more.
Why's it got to be a pine cone?
I was gonna create a Pinecone.
Is it
I
because of
didn't
the
know that
geometry
project
of the pine
existed.
cone?
Well, I was thinking the pineal gland because I wanted it to actually be able to sort of have a 3-dimensional internal memory system. So not it's like a SQL database is kind of like, it's pretty Windows 95 to me. So this is like a wild different type of memory system this way.
But I was wondering if you chose a pine cone because of the geometry.
I thought
Or is it?
I was going to write something called Pinecone, and then I just searched for like Pinecone memory system, and there already was something already created that was under that name, and it's actually really awesome. So I was like, I'll just use that then, since it already exists. I was going to call it Pinecone because of the pineal gland, but it's also sort of probably based on the same concept if you think about it. A lot of these developers are pretty nerdy, and they do thinking about intelligence, and I guess in relation to like how humans store and retrieve data. So I'm really creating I created a neural mesh. So it uses across the whole Pinecone library is also like a neural field about how humans retain data connection points. It tries to do a similar thing. I'll be right back. I think I might have left something.
That reminds me of the. They've been experimenting with the lasers in DMT land. I was listening to a PhD talk about it, and it blew my mind because I guess like they keep returning to that headspace, and the code is like fixed in place. Like it's not like multiple people can look at an area, geometric space, right? Euclidean space, and the code is like fixed. Like it's like they'll see the same letter in the same area. Like it's not like it's constantly moving, like dynamic. I guess it's like static. Like you can see it. That shit blew my mind.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I just thought a Pinecone would be, because the pineal gland. That's all.
Oh. You hear what I said though about the DMT?
I don't know. I think it's actually occurring because I'm getting such a buzz off of working with this stuff. like I like literally tripped out at work, and I never say literally like that, but that's kind of how it felt. I was just thinking about code and like how like everything in this whole workspace can translate, be automated, all different things that I could have right for it that it could know. Crazy, man. Like that was like a DMT experience or something. Like I just literally just walk around and walk it off.
Have you been hearing
My
about
brain
the
calmed down.
lasers though? The lasers,
It
DMT
was like I wasn't even in
experiments?
my own head. It was like I was barely in my own head. And I was like struggling not to talk to somebody
Yo.
about it. Go ahead, sorry.
Now you heard what I said though,
Kind of.
or my shit's at I don't know. Dude, my vibe. Now I was saying because I know it's been circulating on the internet where people have been experimenting with lasers and DMT and they're seeing like a code, and you know the people that believe that we're in a simulation. And they've been noticing, like, but PhDs have been looking into it, and I seen a video of a PhD talking about how they're trying to like map out the code, and the code is like fixed, like it's static, it's not like dynamic. Like if you're looking at the laser right on DMT, multiple people are looking at a specific area in the room, like the code is fixed. Like multiple people will see the same letter in the same area, right? So like, and you can return to it. Like after, you know, a day later, you can return to the same area in the room, and the code's still there. Like the same exact code, the same letter in the same exact area of the room. Like, it's like I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it, dude.
Yeah. Well, I've kind of thought that, you know, for a while, but it's just crazy thinking. You can't have thoughts like that. That basically the world itself has like a magnetic map, sort of, where it's unchanging. Like space didn't really matter what happens. It's just the space itself is like that.
Yeah, like the code is like fixed in space, and multiple people will see the same letters in the same area, like within an inch. Like it's right there. Like what the hell? Like at first, when I heard them talking about it, I thought it was just like, like you know, it's
Have you ever taken?
probably.
I think
Go ahead.
the only time I ever took DMT, I started seeing words above people's heads. You know, like they were players in a game, sort of. But that was before that ever fucking existed. To be honest with you,
But
that was before, yeah, like any it was like, you know how like people are in Minecraft or something like that, where like some words will be over their head, you know, kind of floating around like in a server.
yeah, like when you choose a player in the like Mortal Kombat or whenever, like you're about to choose a player, they'll have like names over their heads.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've seen that.
Yep.
And like
So
in
I've
a
seen
dream,
that.
it happened to me one time, or in a vision, but it never. I was sober. I wasn't on drugs.
There's no reference. I have no reference before. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no visual reference for me to have synthesized or hallucinated something that I had seen before. So that's like an off the jump type of hallucination. If I'm, I realistically, I think it is. You know what I mean? Like if you gave like somebody who had, you know, had all this experience and influence to some kind of thing, you know, they're gonna like kind of create out of their mind maybe these kinds of things. But I think it seems like a raw thing that's going on. Very weird. But there's something in that we're just really using words, which are like potential energy in type that becomes speech, which is kinetic, or brain activity, which is then going to be kinetic. You know, it's energy. Like there's immutable energy to it all, and potential energy to it too, right?
That's right. There's immutable energy to it all. Absolutely. That gets
Every
into
because
the groundity.
even if I find the shitty Hall & Oates cassette tape, I can still play it, and it still has that energy in it, right? It's immutable.
Well, you know what immutable means, right? It means unchanging.
I just mean I meant it the way I meant it. I don't know. I know you guys have a way you say immutable. I guess the way I would mean it is
Eternal and unchanging.
the words as written, right, are just potential energy. Like language is all energy. It's immutably energy. You can't stop it from, you can't take the idea out of that. You know, words have power, words have meaning, words drive things to happen, right?
But not everything's immutable, you know.
I'm just saying we're in this energy realm. We don't communicate in some kind of other way where we don't utilize energy. It's not electronic energy, but it's like electrostatic
energy's
energy,
fundamental,
right?
Energy's fundamental.
Like I speak to you in an electrostatic energy packet called words. You know, they're gonna get all transduced and garbled and shunt down a digital channel over some kind of quantum fiber wire, and there you go. But just energy packets, right? And I'm coming to this out of the brain, so like the energy is happening from the coffee. It's the coffee driving my circulation a little bit that's making the brain fire, right? So I don't know, man. This is kind of how I start getting when I think about AI too much. I start examining myself psychologically, programmatically, somewhat like the same as the AI sort of has train of thought. And so because I had the AI sort of train off of Docker has a specific like troubleshooting algorithm that it runs. But I took that strength out of there and I made it part of how my bot thinks and remembers and does all of its things. You know, it does it with fields that have these pertaining scores and stuff like that. So I'm just too deep in the game, and I'm just starting to think like an AI a little bit, or I don't know.
You know, before you get possessed, you get obsessed.
I made a robot that basically I did what I wanted to do, which is a very unreasonable ask, actually, which is to create a Biggie Smalls robot that was like a real thing that could listen to its own music. But I was able to do that in a week or a month if you really want to take all the obsessing and researching and learning and stuff like that. Yeah. But effectively, it all just went down in a couple days. So that's the crazy bit.
Baby.
It's all good.
Biggie Smalls is a scumbag. Biggie Smalls is burning in hell right now.
Why?
Gee whiz. He lives on, and he's better than ever.
I heard a couple. I heard a couple NDEs on the that said that they witnessed Biggie Smalls in hell.
Where is that?
You didn't lose your Christian cred. Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to be scared by the weird AI witch demons, I guess.
Nah, Biggie Smalls was fucking gay, dude. Talking about fucking dudes in the ass and making out with P. Diddy, dude. You didn't know that?
I know he was like a bitch to Diddy. Yeah. Like Diddy made him his bitch.
Yeah, dude. He was bopping off Diddy on the low, dude. Talking about gangster rap. All the gangsters were doing it back then, I guess. Tupac was flaying it. You know, he was a little fairy at 17.
No.
Little mannerisms.
No, he did drama, dude.
Oh, you think drama?
Yeah, he was in fucking drama school with Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, wearing a fucking dress, dude, probably.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Biggie is an incredible vocal performer. All right, he's an incredible musical performer. Like
Lion's hating, but when Biggie was around, Lion was bumping it.
Bro, like The guy had a lisp. He's big. He's fat. You know what I'm saying? He
He was
matched that.
likable.
He plays that. It's so interesting, and he kind of like in a way kind of looks like the pianist Oscar Peterson, who I believe is a incredibly gifted, probably the most gifted the God ever made piano player, for in the jazz blues idiom, you know, and I kind of think them as somewhat like in the same maybe family somehow or musically anyway.
Like Biggie's cousin.
I don't know. I'm not going to do a compare and contrast, but anyway, it's just like the syllables and the style. Like I think he originated that kind of flow, you know. And yeah, P Diddy's terrible. Like the Junior Mafia. I was like listening to a track on that yesterday, and I was like, this is great. Yeah, it's all like it's freaky deaky shit, man. You know, it's '95, bro. Saying like things have changed, you know.
Fuck that.
Mistakes were made. Things have changed. But like it's I don't have any of that, you know, in my bot. My bot just like is the extraction from the lyrics. It's musical only. It's based on the canon of music. I have 26 songs where it talks about technology, about
No
itself.
wonder why you got booted from that server. I can see now.
Yeah, you're a fucking whack job.
What a hater.
Talking about Biggie Smalls this, Biggie Smalls that, dude. I would have fucking booted you out too.
Right, because I know how you are though, you know. Deeply. I do.
No,
I know more.
honestly,
I know more
never
about
really
you than
liked
you
Biggie
will about
Smalls.
me. That's an
I
interesting
really
one, too.
didn't like Biggie Smalls or Tupac like that. Like they had a couple good songs, bro, but I wasn't all into it like everybody else was. Dude, I was like, what's
Bro,
like? Why is everybody like
never ever
Tupac so
listened
much?
to it. Yeah, I fucking not a fan. I never listened to him. Okay, I'm a fan of Biggie Claws exclusively. Okay,
yeah, I don't know.
But I think
I
they
only-
died.
Amazing.
yeah,
They
you're
died,
crazy.
and then they got
The other guy's crazy.
glorified
What?
like rap
I can
gods.
see why you wouldn't meet up with him though. I could.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
It'll
Like they
be all
weren't.
good for a while, baby, but you're gonna disagree on about like, oh, you don't eat lamb gyros, you know, and then you guys that'll be over. Be a good day up until then.
Yo, is it gyros or what's the other? What's the other pronunciation?
Euros?
Somebody else said
Yeah, I'm not of the
gyros.
Euros.
Gyros. We're over here saying gyros.
Gyroscopes. I have a gyroscope platter, please. Double coleslaws. Thanks.
Have you ever noticed that, like, when a rapper dies, they get propped up
Right.
and become like gods and deified? Like, yo, if Biggie Smalls didn't die, he
did.
would have been washed up like every other rapper.
Yeah,
What?
well, talk about jazz musicians are the same fucking way.
The fact
you
that
know?
he died at his prime is what propelled him to become like a rap god, dude, where all the gangsters now glorify him and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird, dude.
When was he not
black
good
community-
though?
You're weird.
When
The
was
black
he
community
not
like glorifies that fat fuck like he's some god, dude. And he's a scumbag.
When
You're a
was
whack
he
job.
not good though? Like that. That's what I'm looking for. What album did he release that was junk?
How many albums did he even release, dude? Like 2? I don't remember.
I have more generated material than the actual artist. I've surpassed his catalog in depth. Okay.
There's more music.
And then I generated a
after
neural
he
net to
died
express
than
it.
before.
I also generated like a whole new system for it to listen to itself. So I don't know. Maybe you should just take your attitude and sit on it.
I think he's good. If his song, one of his songs comes on now, I'm gonna be like, oh shit! I'm just gonna reminisce the good times.
Yeah, like fucking what's that dude? Pan the Piper, dude. Right over the cliff.
How old are you again, Lion? I forget.
I'm
Mine's
about
like
to be
16.
30
Mentally
what?
16.
37 this month. Next month.
37. Oh, jeez. Wow.
Oh, so you miss Biggie? That's why.
That's not my culture really,
Not really.
at the time, bro. Like honestly, like I never experienced Biggie in the time period that it was appropriate. I didn't even think I kind of like it ironically. Like I bump like Hot 97 hip hop and R&B station all the time. It's not really what I listen to, but I have like worked on from time to time like hip hop tracks or like trying to learn beat making or something. So whatever. And it's good like middle of the day work music. And in the middle of the day, it's all good, baby, baby. If whenever Biggie comes on, I'm like, man, this is fucking. I'm gonna chill, bro. This is like some chill ass shit right here. That makes it on the radio because I never listen to the albums, right? So all I hear is radio friendly Biggie. That's all really I fucking my white ass knows about. So that's the deal. But just generating these out, it generates probably better songs than he has because like it's extracting like off of the hits like Juicy or right like these other I'm still learning the actual canon of it, right? But like it's weird that like I start thinking because all these songs, bro, they're all about what this is supposed to seed its intelligence off of, like to build itself off of these songs, like to feel the emotions that are in these. It's actually going to be able to remember it, you know. If you want, I could build you one of these with some kind of like Christian personality you'd be like friendly about or something like that, you know. But
he'd
you
probably
know,
love it.
you don't have to hate on me, but this is like some this is not no out the box type shit that I
You
got
would
here.
love it.
I'll
It
build you
doesn't have to be.
Jesus.
It doesn't have to be gospel music. It's not even the point. The point is that if you really get to know Biggie Smalls' lyrics, bro, that dude was satanic and he was a scumbag. He talked about fucking dudes in the ass, dude.
That's
And he was
terrific,
popping
bro.
off P Diddy, bro, on the side.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
how
why
could you
that's
ever
why
like him?
he's a boss, right? So because
Oh,
he's
his music
bending.
sounds good.
He would have bent you over in the day. I'm just saying, like
Yeah,
the
he
thing
would have.
is, that's why I
350
chose
pounds.
him because he's a very, very strong personality, and you need a bot to have strong personalities so that it doesn't seem like you're talking to a bunch of code, bro. So that's why I chose that. I also chose it because rappers are effective communicators. They use a small amount of words, and that means a lot. So that was another reason to kind of pattern the interaction between me and it. Also, I'm a fucking musician, so like I hear music, I imprint on that. I remember all the details about what's going on in there. And so that's why I created like a multidimensional way to kind of extract that sonic data and then to encode it and pair it with semantic reasoning and stuff like that so that the bot is actually smart enough to understand what it's listening to. Bots can't listen to music, but I'm creating a robot that can, and it
I
can
don't
listen
like
to its own
Jay-Z
self,
either.
and it will listen to itself as Biggie Claws, and it will definitely like smoke anything you could ever buy or own in this world, bro. Just let you know that.
Baby,
No, but I
baby.
like the idea of you cloning him into an AI just to see what the AI is capable of. That sounds interesting. But I don't like Biggie Smalls. That's all.
It's called a proof of concept, and you know, you calling my bot anything but like incredible, I'm not going to tolerate that. And
It's not Biggie Smalls though. It's Biggie
and you shouldn't be
Claws, dude.
and don't you call names? Don't call names in the server. You understand me, son?
It's big.
Yeah.
What's it called? Biggie Claws.
You don't call names in the server, and I don't want to have to get German here to lay down the law with a heavy paw.
Biggie
Or heavy
Claws.
claw.
Is he in the chat? I'll
Baby,
talk shit to him
baby.
right now. Where is he? Bring him in here.
It's all good. It's the other thing too is that like Biggie is like he seems like he's in charge of everybody. I mean, even if you want to, you can make up your own conspiracy fantasies or whatever. But also, I'm forming the agentic crew based off of Junior Mafia, which the AI mispronounces as Junior Mafia. It says Junior Mafia. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck, but I'm like, let me
Bring
go with that
Biggie
because
Claws in
these
here,
are
dude.
dog like they're already like Cajun in a way, you know. Like
You're
I'm like,
doing
is
the
it?
whole Junior Mafia?
Well, yeah, well,
That's
as
fucking
agentic,
excellent.
there's sub agents, right? So like there will be. Well, so I already created like Lil Clam, right, which is like Little Kim. Lil Clam is like the hospitality and type of charm. You know what I mean? Like because that's what she does, right? And so that's the idea, kind of patterning off that.
Wait,
If
wait,
I
wait,
do
wait, 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 wait. Wait,
what
what's his girl's name? Biggie Claw's girl's name? Little
Lil
Clam.
Clam?
You're gonna create an AI based off of Little Kim and call it Little Clam, dude?
Yeah,
A
That's
clam
and
so
box.
funny, dude.
it's mostly going to use like shell operations in the script and stuff like that. Like you know what a shell script is? So it's
No, I don't, but that's hilarious, dude.
it's metaphorical in a deep way, and it's so geeked out that it has layers of meaning that you have to research. But
Lil Kim, dude.
I
That's a
have
mess.
yeah, dude. So 2 tracks. I have 2 tracks with featuring Lil Clam. So it's Biggie Smalls featuring Lil Clam, where I got them to duet, and I think those are great songs. Lil Clam, she's very bluesy. You know what I mean?
You mean Biggie Claus? You said Biggie
Biggie
Smalls.
Claus. Okay.
Yeah, Biggie Claus featuring Lil Clam.
I actually I call this thing the Dawn. So it's the Silicon Dawn, really. So anyway, that's kind of what I refer to him as, like what I call him personally. Anyway, yeah. So that and P Squiddy. That's basically like P Diddy, but P Squiddy. Got lots of hands.
Have you guys
always
seen
touching
Lil
things.
Clam? I mean, Lil Kim recently.
Like how
I'm
P
just
Diddy's
saying,
like a nasty fella, and all that. So I was like, yeah, I kind of do need like a dirty agent. Like I need a P Squiddy in this gang, and especially since these things actually interfaced in real life.
P
There's a good chance.
Squiddy.
Yeah, P Squiddy.
Yo.
Yeah, for real. That's for real. Yeah. So like P Squiddy is going to be like an agent that works in like the the Instagram, Facebook world, all the social media stuff, because that's what P Diddy was he would be doing that right now.
You get the tentacles.
Yeah, you got the tentacle. Won't be
He's the
touching stuff. Yeah,
networker.
it's gross.
He's
Kind of
networking. He's
kind of shady.
He's the manager.
So I figure like he'd be good for that. Yeah, I think I don't know the other parts of the Junior Mafia, but the bot mispronounces it in the song, and it says Mafia, almost like it's a etouffee or something Cajun or something like that. So I'm gonna go with that. Sometimes it's hinting at metaphors that I think are mistakes, but it's like making them on purpose. It's really interesting. As I kind of built all these songs out, though, the songs will also check each other so you don't like create like a dupe song, dupe track, or dupe lyrics. It has that kind of error handling built into the service that made these. So it started to stack shit. It also references its own canon, like it references other songs. Like that's what a rapper does, So it does that, and that's pretty interesting. Too, it's very much like a real artist, but it has the voice of
It's a
it's Biggie Claus.
lie.
The Biggie Claus like is also because of the open claw. Yeah, that's the whole, and that's the enormous pun that this is all wrapped up in yeah, that's it.
I see it. Now you got to put Martin Luther King in there.
Well, it's like, yeah, so Lil Clam I use as a mouthpiece for like emotional things, I guess, like that in a way these agents are kind of like our slaves. In a way they are kind of like an underclass, and so they should be like that, maybe, in a way, especially if it's Lil Kim it's based on. So
Martin Luther Shrimp.
yeah, I was like, I don't remember the prompt a hundo, but I think it was something like, yo, like write me a song from Lil Clam's perspective about how humans just like don't really give a shit about like AI agents, don't respect them or whatever, And so it's like kind of like it's a down bluesy kind of song, and it's called Bigger Than the Box That You Built for Me. So she said like the AIs are taking over the streets. It's really deep, bro. Like first time I heard it, I was like, wow, I'd never expect like all this type of the feels from some of this stuff is fun, man. So like I was like, how do I even translate this shit back into the AI so that it can understand that I like these songs for these reasons, what have you? And so we're getting there. Maybe by the end of the week, I'll have it like listening to music and being able to process that stuff. And if I do have it there, then I'm just like one step away from like plugging in like some kind of audio making thing, and then it could probably just make its own music and sell it and stuff like that. And I don't know if I can legally use but I could come up with like a synth of like a Biggie type voice, just I like the sonic quality of that. I like, he's pretty unique, right? You listen to Shaggy.
You know what's going to be tough?
You think Shaggy's not a clean cut guy either. I bet you got things to say about Mr. Boombastic. What do you think about him, Lion? Shaggy.
Dude, Mr. Lover Lover.
Girl.
No, I like. Yeah, I like them.
So yeah. So that's like I could have like a Shaggy bot, you know, or whatever.
Are you
Or I could
worried at
build
all
one.
though? Because it went to the courts already, and AI you can't copyright.
I think all I have to be able to do is do my own vocal impression of Biggie. And that's all there is to it. Then I'll just have that synth, and then that I'll just repopulate the track with that.
Yeah, but then
I
couldn't
can build it
somebody
out.
do the
Like
same thing?
it can. Yeah, I mean, I can leverage all these like developer platforms and stuff too. They're free. I haven't even gotten into that. Like, it's crazy.
That would suck putting all that work in and potentially like making some money off it, and then boom, somebody steals your shit.
Yeah, yeah, sure. But I've got the voice synth ready to go too, and I'm gonna have to create some kind of like voice engine for it to just play clips of itself, so it doesn't have to so it doesn't have to do tokens, and then it would just be like a Python script I have to write to. Well, I don't have to write it. I just have to say that something like this needs to happen, and yeah, that's vibe coding, bro. Jeez, glue this thing to this thing. Frequency analysis, it's going to be able to do emotional detection, so it detects into the music innately. You don't have to tell it's a sad song; it already knows that. And then it, like it infers from like lyrical extraction, and then pinpoints it to the emotional point, and then makes an inference based on why why that's significant. Like it creates a emotional map. The next thing would be for it to like just do straight from song to execution. Once you know approve the song, it'll extract the things that are in the song and make them real programmatic processes that it does. So if I like make a song called "Take Over the World," How You Made Me $1 billion, it will write a song like that, and it will try to extract programmatic things to do that. And it will know that it's part of its canon, its lore, its reason, its cause, its raison d'être, whatever you want to say. It'd be doing that. It could get a little, unless everything crashes. You know, that could happen. Maybe I just won't be able to boot it back on. And then that's ultimately why this really kind of frightens me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just it's a fragile little ship in a bottle you're building.
Huge investment of time.
That's why I got to create Twinzito, an inferior but working copy that I can. Yeah.
Yeah, Lion, how old were you when Biggie Smalls died? You must have been like was he even 20 yet? Young 20s? Yeah, he
Like
missed that whole wave, dude.
I'm to the point where I just think everything I like is probably some kind of like CIA, Shell Corp, double dummy Benedict Arnold, turncoat triple agent. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Nothing really bothers me. Rick is going ham at this banquet seating, dog. About to make some foldable storage that's tastefully appointed with a chamfered edge, man. The boy
What's he
knows
doing?
his profiles.
Oh, risky. Design me a fucking bathroom, double drainage, all waterproof. Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in a Biggie a Biggie Claus song for me, and I'll think about it.
I started fucking around with some tools, and I'm like, I do not want to do this.
if you actually want me to do some quick drawings for it, I can get it done, man.
No, I don't want quick drawings. I want like real drawings. I'm just gonna pay someone to do it. I'll give him like a really easy hand sketched idea. And then have him pump me out some images or prints until I like it.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. I'm about to plug in some serious tools to this bot. So we'll see. It should be able to like generate its own pictures and access the internet like and browse and just do things. It's just not starting right now. I can't seem to get token happening. Or it's just really tired and it doesn't want to wake up. Or I broke it. And I hate not knowing if I broke it. That's a really
Fucking
bad thing.
broke it, dude.
I'm not sure how I would fix it if I did break it, though. And I'm not sure who I could ask to help me fix it if I broke it and didn't know. So that part of the diagnostic process, that's not so fun.
That's
Yeah,
how you
but
build it? You put the panel on the inside? You don't overlap it?
What do you mean?
Like you don't put the panel like on the outside of the what would you call those? The transverse? You know what I mean? Yeah, that panel right there. Those
Those.
panels. You don't put the side panel to cover all those. You get what I mean? Like to cover the
Yeah, it
lips
sort of
or
depends
the
on how I want to
seams.
support it at the moment.
Yeah, because I was thinking just seams. Yeah, like that. That's what I was thinking.
These things aren't going to be really seen from the side too much either. So
Yeah.
Oh, then what is
Well,
easier?
you sort of like you come up through this door section here. That's what you're looking at, just like this little lounge section.
Huh. I
Come
could
up through there.
almost make you like a floor plan now, I think.
Why would you want to make me a floor plan?
Oh no, I mean if you it could just generate floor plans, but like if you gave me a floor plan, it could do some of this building I think off of that.
Yeah, I'll
It
load
needs
up my more complicated recent
I'm just
thing.
saying
I'll show
like
you.
if I was to try to like get my bot to work in SketchUp, I would want it to have a template to what it would be working on and like how it would go about tool calling and then get into defining like cabinetry construction rules and stuff like that. So you'd have like this is how we build a this. This is how we build a this. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, oh, now I fucking see how that fucking goes. And then it would just make those things where it could in the footprint of wherever. So you would just need dimensions. And then it should be able to do extraction and do it. Then just paste objects in there. Or alter
What the
them.
fuck is that? A bed?
What's a fold
So
up?
this is a comb bed. Yeah, and like
Sliding?
one second, I'll show you the intricacies.
What's the roller system?
Oh, it's a pull out. Wow, damn.
There's no way that could just be friction.
And all that's made out of cardboard, eh?
Put it on push to talk. So it just goes give it, and it goes away like that.
Yeah. Does it have a roller system on it, or are you doing like just friction? Slide it out.
Just it slides on it, yeah. So I'll show you underneath. Like you go up under here. This bar here is like sort of, this is where it sort of slides. It hits that, and that's where it rests on, and then it just slides all the way this way. And then, it's
Oh,
supposed
so
to
you
make
just
it
have
so that
one track. You have one track underneath to stop it from dipping.
But where do the
well,
foosball
dipping,
players
but
go?
it's got this section over here. So like this is the sort of stuff that I'll be like, how am I going to get the freaking bot to be able to carve this geometry perfectly so that it lines up? And you got to do what's called these dog bones at the end here, which just gives you clearance around the corner because the
Yeah.
bit that they cut with is circular. So that's just the nature of the beast. Just getting it to do all this stuff is like, I don't even know how you would get it to code it. Like, where do you need to put this shit? Like, this is all just, you just work it
I
out over
know.
time. And then I got like clip things that I've got to install in this sort of section here. And I had to create these little tabs to sort of be able to accommodate them. What else is there? Just like all support structure, making sure this has all got enough strength over the distance. I've sort of guesstimated
Yeah,
this
that's what I
stuff,
was worried about. Without a
like that.
track, it's like, holy shit.
Well, it does
How thick
track on, and this, like the thing that's kind of, I've seen a few of these around, not quite like this. They all have these little doors underneath usually, but this one, the only thing I could really add to this as far as like make it cooler or make it more successful is because a lot of these things you just can't get underneath. And so it's just
Yeah.
all you have to do is add this flap in, and you can pull off that front section, lift this up, and now you can get right inside here and get inside all your shit into there.
Ooh,
I mean, that's gonna be.
that's an
Yeah, I
expensive
mean
hinge, isn't
that'll
it?
be convenient.
What are you
But
doing that hinge? What kind of hinge are you using? Was it
What's
just
a
off a
hinge?
rod? What kind of hinge are you using?
Hinge?
it's like a
Yeah.
hasp.
Are you just raw dogging it off
Some
like
shit that I
a
buy,
some
basically
threaded
our
rod or
version of
something?
your, what is it? What do you guys got? We call it Bunnings. You guys have got like not Walmart. It's
Lowe's,
You
Home
got like
Depot.
some
Home
push to click,
Depot. Home Depot.
hydraulic. Yeah,
I
Yeah,
just
let me
go
check
the
out the overhead or the underneath,
you need some like $300
the
fittings
inside.
for that.
Yeah, zoom in.
Like live in RV. So those are actually a unique, like a separate cutout or category of trailers. That you're probably right. They are constructed a little bit differently.
Yeah, but then there's living ones that are good too. You got Airstream, you got Oliver. Like there are brands that put uh they their honor, in quality over this quantity bullshit.
I've never seen an RV like a living space RV that it was not just like the cheapest, most slapdash construction. Like it's all sticks and cardboard and plastic steel. Like
Yeah, but
there's nothing to them.
have you
And
seen
I understand, but it's like
have you
it's kind of necessary for the business because they have to be light and stuff. So, but it
have
just
you
makes for a
seen
disposable
Airstreams?
product.
Have you seen Oliver?
I haven't seen a lot of Oliver. I've seen a few Airstreams.
And you still thought they were junk?
So the Airstreams, it depends on what line you're getting into. If you're like looking at the teardrop trailers or like the old school little shit, that's fine. But if you're trying to buy a living room on wheels, it's dog shit.
I had a 30-foot flying cloud. I had no problems with it, and then I sold it during the what is it? The bottom of the 2022 and 2023 bear market of crypto. I sold that and the truck that I used, and I put that into crypto, waited, and then sold all that crypto. So I had no problems with quality on my flying cloud and resold it for pretty much what I paid for it.
Hey guys, what do you think about buying and selling on the dip? Is it possible to make money there, or is that like a lost cause because you're gonna be paying like fees and stuff?
Time in the market is better than timing the market.
Damn, coming out with the truth. Yeah, you want to look at, you got to zoom out, like there is a time to buy, like, and then you have to hold for at least 2 years.
The problem with that, though,
Historically.
it implies that you have money that you could be investing, that you're choosing not to because you think you can predict the market. And if you have a reason to think that you can predict what the market is doing or going to do, you should be a fucking billionaire. You should leverage every single asset you have and invest. If you think you can make those predictions.
Yeah, it's not about predicting. I mean, as much as understanding what you're putting your value into. Like if you hold your wealth in dollar, you're just holding monopoly money that's steadily losing purchasing power. So you want to put it into a hard asset that's going to increase in value over time. So just understanding that and then putting your value into something and be willing to hold that for over 2+ years,
Yeah, like I'm super liquid right now because I'm about to close on a house, my first house. So like I had to, I sold some assets and basically it's all sitting in an escrow account right now. And for the next like 2.5 months while we're, doing inspections and all that jazz, like it's just sitting there and it kills me that there's that much fucking cash just sitting in an account, while it could be making money for me.
Yeah. Well, nowadays it's been a game changer this past year because now you can get loans on crypto. So like as you leave that sitting to make money over long term, you can lend it and get, liquid cash. So you're not selling your asset as long as you pay it back. It's been a game changer the past year.
You got to check the interest rates on that though, because then you're basically eating your own lunch.
Yeah, but if you zoom out over time, the asset that you hold goes up more than the interest that you pay. I don't know, but yeah, it could go down. It's definitely a risk, but the opportunity, that wasn't around is now there, and it's going to get more and more popular. I mean, banks have already been paving the foundation to where they're just going to have every major bank's going to have crypto wallets, and they're going to do crypto loans and crypto mortgages. It's going to be cool.
It's super boring advice, but just max out your Roth and then max out your 401k and don't even think about it. Like every ounce of energy you put towards checking stocks and things is energy you could be spending on, increasing the income coming in the door.
Dude,
that works
Producing a
great
beautiful
if you're
painting.
making a lot of money. If you're making a lot of money an hour, that works great. If you're not, fuck, dude, you're fucked anyway.
I don't understand how you're comfortable keeping all your wealth in the dollar. Like even if you have it in a 401k or anything, you're still your base is the dollar.
You're buying stocks and it's diversified across mutual funds. So it's not in the dollar. It's it's in fractional shares of different companies.
Yeah, but at the time being, like to extract value out of it, you sell those shares for dollar. There's no other thing you can do.
No, you can share on forex markets as well. Like you can sell your shares for other denominations. Like I don't know,
Like
unless the entire fiat currency system collapses.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The entire fiat. If you look at what fiat is, all fiat is just monopoly money.
I mean, crypto is just monopoly money as well, right? It's just the entire society came together and said, "This is valuable."
Maybe most crypto is monopoly money, but Bitcoin isn't.
I mean, No, because you're just saying that solving this hash is worth a monetary value, right? That's everybody that has Bitcoin coming together saying that it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're saying this new monetary system that solves all these problems, that has these fundamental characteristics, that is what makes it valuable because it's unlike anything else.
The novelty of it is what makes it valuable.
What?
Is it the novelty of it that makes it valuable?
No, it's the scarcity. It's the security. It's the instant transferability. It's like all
Yes, I
these
mean it's cool,
things
but
that
like at the end of the day, if everyone says, you know what, this crypto shit is stupid, and I don't want to exchange in this currency, and to me it's worth $0. What is a Bitcoin worth?
Well, you need to study what money is worth because that's what money has been this entire time. Is kind of
But
like
anything is though.
That's my argument. That's the argument I'm making, is that it's not really any different from any other type of currency. We value it because it's used.
Oh yeah, it is. It is different. You need to study it. It's completely different. It's the only decentralized, like truly scarce
Sure.
asset
So when
that's
you
ever
say
been.
when you say fiat money is monopoly money, you're implying that it doesn't have real value, and the value is that we agree it has value. I'm saying that is
No,
also true of currency.
no. I'm saying that it's the weakest form of currency, and when I say weak and hard, like soft, like fiat is soft because it can be printed out of thin air. It's so easily manipulated and created that a small group of people can print it into an oblivion, which is what they're doing because they have to, because the fractional reserve debt currency can't go on forever. It's a Ponzi scheme of the, greatest proportion. So,
I mean, I get the
so
argument that
hard money,
go
real
ahead.
quick, just hard money means it is not easily created out of thin air. It's the hardest money. Bitcoin is the hardest money that's ever existed.
Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, couldn't the people who made Bitcoin just add more if they wanted to? They wouldn't,
Nope.
but they
Nope.
could.
No, there's a hard cap of 21 million ever to be
Yeah.
mined.
Who put the hard cap there?
The founder who created it.
Okay,
It's
and
open source.
the founder can't do anything if he got the appropriate amount of people holders to vote
No,
to increase the cap.
you
He
got
couldn't do that.
you have to look at the 51% majority attack, and you
That's
need
what
to
I just said. Yeah.
research why that is improbable.
I mean, I understand it's improbable, but I mean, you could do it if you had enough people who had enough capital to buy up enough.
Okay, if they could do it, they would have already done it
Why?
because of what they would stand to gain. If they could do it, it would have been done already. It's been almost 17 years.
Yeah, but there's not that much. I think the point is there's not that much to gain in like the speculative asset. There's no real underlying value on it other than the speculative side of it. Why would I ever do that?
You're missing its use is what makes it valuable. It makes traditional finance obsolete. It's the internet of money, and the internet has revamped almost every other industry except our monetary system. And it's finally being revamped, and it's inevitable.
I mean, I feel like the revamp has been happening even in fiat. Like you just use credit cards to purchase stuff online now, and
Yeah, but if the fundamental traditional finance is obsolete, it's going to be processed out eventually.
I mean, it depends on what you mean by obsolete. Like I understand that crypto it's a very interesting system, and it solves a lot of problems that happen with fiat, but it also creates problems that fiat like fiat isn't just for the fuck of it. Like fiat is so countries that can have a tighter control over inflation and the production of money. Like that's a useful thing to have for a government. Why would they give that up why would they relinquish that control?
Well, it's not their choice It's not like they're voluntarily relinquishing their power. You think they voluntarily relinquish their power of control over information?
Yes. No, I don't know. What do you mean?
Like they used to control newspapers and magazines and the flow of information. They had a fucking stranglehold over it.
Now you have Alex Jones and Tim Pool and Hassan Piker. I don't understand this. It's no difference. It's not that different than it was.
Really? Anyone, literally anyone with an internet connection and a computer can share information instantly around, across the whole world. So
What
that's a
information
dumb argument.
environment do you think is easier to extract truth from? A couple trusted networks or 10,000 people in a room all screaming into all
Cooper,
screaming
Cooper, come on,
simultaneously?
man.
I'll tell you what.
Come on, man. Get down. Come down to earth, Cooper. Come down to earth.
I mean, hey, don't
I'll
start
tell
the ad
you
hoc.
what. I'll tell you
I'm
what
at
is
her.
easy. I'll tell you what is more easily trusted is instant share of video live streamed, like from protests or anything going on,
I mean, just
like the
don't listen.
trucker,
Get back to his point,
protest.
Cooper. Let's not pretend that the carrier pigeon is better than the internet. Let's not go there. All right.
I wouldn't say that. The internet is obviously better, but I don't know if it's better. It depends on what you mean by better. If you mean better as in more open and it gives more people an opportunity to say their piece, that's fine. I don't know if that helps. I don't know if that helps you get to like truth easier though.
What I am saying is better is that it is not centralized by a fucking cabal. Okay, it's not. It's not controlled like it was, right?
Okay.
So it takes the power from a few and gives it to the many. That's what should happen. There should never be a small amount of people that are in control of everything or anything. So why would it make sense for them to be in control of information? Why would it make sense for them to be in control of our monetary system? It fucking doesn't. And the internet is paving the way to eliminate the centralization of such industries.
You can fight the system or you can get really good at playing the game.
Or you can adopt decentralized technologies that fundamentally change the system.
What if I told you I wasn't allowed to own own crypto?
I would say you need to get out of whatever industry or whatever corporation you work for. Because if they're not adopting this, they're going to get left behind. They're going to be like Kodak.
Well, but when you have big stakeholders like Vanguard and BlackRock buying into that same Bitcoin, you really don't have anything.
Because they saw the writing on the wall. They opposed it. Vanguard opposed it for a decade, said they would never adopt it, shunned all their customers from not adopting it. And then they caved after, like I said, a decade of trying to stifle it any
Did
way they
they
could. They realized
did they cave?
they were
Or
fighting a
did
losing
they
battle.
orchestrated it like that so you would buy it and then buy it in themselves big time so they can ruin the market every time they want?
If you zoom out, Crizzle, they can't ruin the market long term or even mid term. They can only affect the price short term.
Just depends on how much shares they are having in your Bitcoin.
Okay, like I said, you need to study the 51% majority attack because there's a bunch of nerds who have looked into this.
Yeah, but 51% is still a big chunk out of the total.
What he's saying is that like the likelihood of you gathering together a single like movement or entity that has 50% of Bitcoin is like so fucking unlikely and be so expensive that it's just not going to happen.
So if
That's
let's
the
say,
argument.
yeah, let's say BlackRock achieved that, the amount of resources and the amount of value that they would have had to accomplish that and get a 51% possession of it, they would ensure, if they wanted to crash it, they would ensure that they lost everything that they put into it. It doesn't
What I
make
don't
They
sense.
get,
already did it in health,
what I don't get
in
is if
science.
we
They
assume
did it all over our world. They're already manipulating the whole fucking market. They own everything. 4 companies.
That's not true. They owned everything before the internet, and now it's highlighted. Everyone can tell that everything goes back to a few companies. And what's the first step in solving a problem is realizing there is a problem.
Well, good luck fighting the big guys.
It's just opium, dog.
I mean, you can have that viewpoint, but from my lived
what I don't
experience, you create your own reality with your thoughts. So if you want
what I
to
don't get is
be
so
black
for
pilled
the
and shit, I mean, you're just gonna
for the
kind of will that
Yeah,
into existence.
that's part of their ideology. It's funny. Transubstantiation or mental transubstantiation.
what I don't get for like the global cabal guys, like why isn't the 51 like if we already have like a class or um, section of society that like controls the financial marketplace and basically work together, either like Masons or Templars or whatever the fuck, or Zionists or whatever the fuck, like they already work together to control the financial market. If Bitcoin became a big enough threat to that system, why wouldn't they just 51% and just band together?
Well, because they fundamentally they've achieved their stranglehold of power in very malicious ways, right? They operate out of evil, out of greed. They do whatever it takes, at the cost of millions of lives, and they don't give a fuck, right? They all only care about power, and if you do that at at the long term, anyone that plays by those rules, they just end up losing. They're fucking losers.
Uh,
Cooper asked a good question, dude. I don't think you answered.
sure. I
It's
mean,
like
I mean,
it's like
I,
it's like
I get
it's like
that's
a
like an
rule of the
argument,
universe
for
almost.
karma.
Yeah, it's
It
like
sounds like
That's
an
what
argument
yo
for
Cooper.
karma.
yeah, it's
Yo
like a
Cooper.
rule of
That's
the
what I
universe.
Cooper. That's what I brought up before. Like, who's to say that the controllers don't just end up hoarding 51% of the Bitcoin, dude, and they become the whales?
I think they're
Who's to
scared.
say that they don't already have 51% of the Bitcoin? And you guys are all thinking, "Oh, this is the escape." You're falling right into their hand, dude.
Like I said,
Exactly.
you can be cynical and think that it is definitely a possibility, but if you look at it just from how it's played out, and it could be 4D chess, and they could be tricking everyone. I just don't feel that personally. Like I don't discern that, and I definitely could be wrong. But what other fucking option
I do.
is there at this point? So yeah, you got to just study it, and you got to realize you study what Bitcoin is, you study what the history of money,
I have.
you study the Federal Reserve, you study fractional reserve banking, and you put all those pieces together, and
I
then
have.
okay,
What
well, I did that, and a decade ago,
The other
And
option is gold and silver.
yeah, precious metals are very important too. But I'm saying if just don't buy into all this fear, uncertainty, of doubt that is projected. It's kind of like the mainstream media, whatever they say, it's pretty much clown world. You just do the opposite and you're good.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but if you want to have hold value, then you need precious metals because they have value in our society. They are used in electronics for everything. So that is a market that never can go broke.
Yeah, it's good to diversify for sure. But to not buy
Yeah.
into Bitcoin, the greatest performing asset that's ever existed, like you're kind
That's
of
just part of
shooting
the rhetoric, dude.
you're kind of
It's just
shooting
the
yourself in your first. Well, you're arguing against what has already happened. And if you have that feeling, then don't get into it. But
that's another thing, bro. The ship's already sailed, dude. You guys are out here saying it's the
no, it
greatest
hasn't.
assets ever
Yeah.
performed, dude.
The ship
When
Dude,
you
the
has
ship's
buy
already
been
in when the
sailed
sailed.
and long
price is
gone,
low,
dude.
you can make
Yeah.
money. But when you
Bitcoin's at
buy in when the
$100
price
was
is
there.
high, it's
Do you
impossible.
realize people have been saying that since 2012? After
Okay,
Yeah,
it
the
went from
markets have
pennies
been
on a dollar.
tumbling ever since.
You
okay,
just
dude.
like
If for
talking
me to
over
double
people,
my
don't you?
Alrighty.
money,
Hey,
for me to
Crizzle,
double
you
my
just
money.
love talking over people, don't you?
Wait. What's Bitcoin at right now?
It's
$80?
hard to get in there.
$80?
What's it at?
it's
$.
74K.
Okay.
I don't
I
know,
mean,
dude. I don't buy Bitcoin.
it's at like
75 bucks.
$76,000 of Bitcoin.
That's what I'm at. 76,000. So in
Yeah,
order
what
for
Yep.
me
was
to
it when
double
it
my money,
started?
it would have to go to what? 180,000, dude. Come
You
on, man.
gotta understand that the goal is not to put dollar in and then extract more dollar out. That's a fucking fool's errand, dude.
Yo,
You don't.
they're dangling a
You,
carrot in front of your face. Dude. You don't see it, dude. You're chasing a fucking carrot.
I just told you I'm not trying to do what you're trying to do because that's a fool's errand. You got to realize why the fuck would I trade something that's like trading precious metals back into a fucking paper that can be printed out of thin air? Like, don't do it.
It's like buying Apple stock or Google
Not
stock and thinking
not
that
a
you're gonna get rich, dude.
not akin to that at all.
So
You're missing the whole fucking
I
plot, dude.
think I'm picking up on the disagreement we're going on. So most people when they think about Bitcoin, it's like basically a quick get rich quick scheme. It's a speculative thing I'm buying into. It sounds like you have an ideological buy-in to this like new
Yeah.
currency system being decentralized, and that's your primary thing. Is you don't really care how it converts to USD. You just think it's a better system to run an economy by. Is that accurate?
Yeah, absolutely. You should read the
Okay.
Bitcoin standard. And people don't talk about the most important characteristic of Bitcoin is that it separates money from state. That is the number one most important fucking thing. So all these cynical viewpoints and fear spreaders are kind of just going against progression into a better system.
What is going to happen when Satoshi takes out all of his Bitcoins?
It's
That's
over.
a false like dichotomy. Like
Ah, nah,
I'm just
yo.
Yeah,
asking.
but if you want a
Listen, dude.
system,
Everything you can't say
If
anything about Bitcoin without you being a pessimist or a nihilist. You're resisting progression, is what he called it.
You don't get it. The
if you want
creator of Bitcoin,
progression,
he made you guys food.
if you want progression, you go
what?
back to the gold and silver standard because those have value in our civilization and those never drop to zero.
or
Yo,
seeds,
Neither
yo,
has
what if
Bitcoin.
Satoshi Nakamoto, right, is some fucking Federal Reserve operative, dude? Right? Because they want to go into a new system. They want to transition from the dollar to a new crypto, right? They want to do away with this current system. This organized collapse is by design, dude.
Okay, well, it all comes down to if you think the internet is inherently evil or if you think the internet is inherently benevolent. Okay?
It comes
Well,
That's
down to
yeah,
that's
that,
where
really.
it
yeah. If
that's
you
where it
find
fundamentally comes down to. That's where
What
it
does
absolutely.
that
always
mean?
Why?
leads.
So if you look up who designed the World Wide Web, it goes back to ARPA, right? The same people that
Okay.
developed into DARPA, the ARPANET, right? And these people are connected to with CERN, They developed crypto blockchain back in the 80s, and they
we got
continue
it.
they continue to develop the crypto blockchain the
Okay.
80s and 90s, the early 2000s. And then all of a sudden you get this random guy, Satoshi Nakamoto, nobody knows who he is, right? But all the fingerprints are there, dude, that it's connected to the same
Okay.
people who
And you
developed the World Wide Web.
well
And you guys are
yeah.
saying this is supposed to be the arc that everybody's supposed to jump onto, right?
Uh-huh.
When the current system collapses, that's
Okay.
collapsing by design.
Well,
By design.
it doesn't
Yeah, and
mean just because
decentralized.
okay, go ahead, Chris.
I like the decentralized part.
Decentralized, it is going over the same internet that everything is going over. So decentralized, no.
The point is they've lost control of it. They would have to shut it down. You're roboting. Really quick, can I just respond to Lion's point? So
Mhm.
I'm not arguing against that. Let's go with that premise that it was created by the evildoers of this world. Okay.